Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Live. My name is Rob. Dylan is with me. This is THG. Now, obviously, we have a whole bunch of different weeks. Last week was amazing because we got great news. But this week, we have to kind of dive into how the hobby can change, what all these different aspects with breaking and, the distribution of tops and all of these things that come along with Fanatics in a different era than Panini. So, a lot to talk about recent pickups, all those type of things. But let's get into it. How you doing, bro?
What's going on? I'm already seeing the chat. I had to say hi to everybody that's in here.
Yeah.
Wow, 14 people already. Inky, bruh, what's going on?
What's up? What's up?
Pranksters, Warfighter, JT, Dill, Richard, JL here early. Matthew. Let me see if I'm missing anybody else. Etta, what's going on? In. Okay, here we go. No, whatever if you guys listen to JT, you can kind of tell that he's joking. We have no news that there are any digital cards.
No, no, not at all.
JT slipped that in there. No, not yet, but who knows? They could do something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm hoping they do something with like in-game codes for skins. Because if
yeah,
they do that, it's gonna go crazy. Like
yeah,
if you guys were into the comics, I mean, people were flooding the stores looking for comic stores to buy these. Now,
hmm
with Fanatics being online, I'm assuming Target and all of them will be like handling them still to be able to. I
yeah,
mean, it'll be so much easier for them to get the cards, so it could go pretty crazy. Um, I mean, just looking at how like Fanatics works versus Panini, I feel
yeah.
like this may get a lot more marketing boost than Panini was allowed to do because we heard that Epic Games had said Panini do not advertise this,
hmm
and I don't know how true that is. That's what we
Yeah.
heard from Panini employees. That's what some other people in the community had heard. So it's kind of exciting. It's like we've all been going on the radar. What do you think about that?
No, yeah, I agree, dude. To your point, do you think it was because Panini's pitch was weak? Do you think that was what it was, or do you think that it was such a speculation, or that it was just foreign land that they just didn't want that to happen? What do you think the case was when it came to Panini?
Yeah, so I honestly think that Epic Games was using Panini to like test the market because it was
Yeah,
pretty quickly after they released that Fanatics started moving into the hobby, started buying stuff up.
that's true.
Um, so, and I think that's why they already knew what they wanted to do,
hmm
and I think that's why they declined Panini and was like, "Do not advertise it. We already have a game plan going forward."
Yeah,
That's my assumption, right?
yeah,
And
because
I
I
don't know
mean,
anything about the timetables and stuff like that, but it seems like
yeah.
that's kind of what happened.
And I'm pretty sure, like we said before, I'm pretty sure what we didn't know at the time when it came to the overhaul that Fanatics was going to do, like you said, they knew, and anybody that was getting into a room for marketing, they had to do their due diligence on Epic Game side. Like they seen and read the room and kind of seen what was going on. But with that being said, I think this is going to be a very interesting time. I mean, this is a whole different world that Fortnite collectors have not experienced when it comes to tops, when it comes to breaking. Um, the hobby stores that's being the card shops and hobby stores that's being built at this time to go into this next phase of Fanatics. Because the difference really now is that we're in the wave with everybody else, which wasn't the case. We didn't get, like you just said, we didn't get any marketing or anything like that. So we didn't feel what was the post of the actual hobby. Now it seems as though when football releases, if we I don't know if we're going to release around the same time football and basketball officially releases for Fanatics, or if we're going to be a little bit earlier depending on the licensing. But this is going to be a different field than we've ever felt, for sure. And if it's connected to the game, which I feel it could be in some form or fashion, maybe not immediately, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're getting a redo, right?
Yeah.
Like it didn't blast off at first, but they have a lot of points they learned from. So this next one could be crazy, especially if Epic Games pushes it as well. Now,
hmm
here's my big like all things aside, like I think Opiniony did an amazing job,
Yeah.
right? I think the cards look beautiful. It's not a card game, which I was happy about as an like older person who doesn't play like actual card games like Pokemon. Um, now what I think Panini did wrong
hmm
was the only thing that people are chasing, including myself, are crystal shards and cracked ice for the most part.
Yeah.
Like when you open up a mega box and you have to rip through all the packs, everyone who's watching the video is like, okay, can we get to the cracked ice? Can we get to the cracked
Yeah.
ice? Right? I know I feel that way when I rip a mega box. Now, if they do it so that any random pack has a chance at a crazy pool, that's gonna make breaks 1,000 times more fun. And now
Hmm.
Fanatics, who's also gonna be producing cards, they also have their own live breaks, their own channel to do, what is it called? Fanatics Live.
Yeah, Fanatics Live. Yep.
We as a community can have a lot more fun doing that. I think I would watch those now and actually participate
Right.
in those way more than I would because I'm a lot of times I'm looking for the hard and the rare stuff, not just the hollows. Even though,
Yeah.
yes, I get it, the hollows are rare, especially series one, but not the rarest of the set. So them being in open packs, like just a regular pack, you can pull one of five, or even if it's not numbered, something that's super rare. That's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping for. Personally, I think it'll make it more fun.
Yeah, and JL was just saying honestly, this could get even bigger than any of us thought. The numbers are crazy as far as fandom and love of Fortnite for sure. And the to Dylan's point and to JL's, the other thing that I see is that I think once even Fanatics, I'm pretty sure Fanatics or Tops, whatever you want to go, that's going to make the cards. Obviously, is probably going to be Tops. Um, but I'm pretty sure Tops has been paying attention to the overall Fortnite community in general. Not talking about the collecting community, the Fortnite community, right? If that's the case, after this release, I think they'll have way more information than they ever expected. And then
Mhm.
I think that next set, whatever you want to say, the next release, because it may be multiple releases in one year, it may not just be a set, a year like the
Don't
way
get my hopes up.
listen, see, we don't know what's gonna happen, and it's a possibility. But whatever the case is, that next release, I think they'll have information that Panini wasn't able to take to the next level, whether it was their fault or because of the walls that Epic Games put up. I think Fanatics slash Tops could really take it to a whole nother level just based off of what they can pay attention to how the hobby moves across the board.
So like people were talking about like how crazy like how crazy Fortnite is and like how big the fan base is.
Yeah.
With like an average of like 3 million players a day and things like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty insane. I was talking to Black Ash the other day about another like I was talking been talking about this a lot lately is the One Piece cards.
Yeah.
Now the reason why I find this I know it's a trading card game
Hmm.
versus just like a collectible cards, but what's interesting it's a modern set that just released
Yeah.
and they're already on like their fourth set or something. The prices are insane. All right. And I'm trying to figure out the difference, right? And I think because it's blown up, like everyone's doing it. I mean, you have like cards going for 5, 7K, some
Yeah.
even higher than that.
Hmm.
And what I think is that that community is 20 years old. Like Fortnite, I mean, One Piece came out in 2004.
Hmm.
So they've gotten past, anime is past that point where people look down on it
Yeah.
and Fortnite is going through that. But what's exciting about it is that even though Fortnite is going through that stigma right now, where like people don't talk about, oh, we love Fortnite, people aren't going to say that out in the public. Even
Hmm.
though that's happening, we have 3 million players like active playing daily. That's
Yeah.
got to be unheard of. That going through both of those transformations at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
how can people be saying like they're afraid to admit to playing Fortnite, but there's that many players active every day at one time?
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't
No,
know.
that's
To me, I think that's exciting to see in maybe 3 or 4 years. So
yeah.
I'm just getting more excited.
No, I feel you. And as you were talking, I seen JL's comment, and the only word I seen when I seen it was OG, and then this idea popped in my head. The possibilities that can happen with the way we see Fanatics and Tops move, whether it was with baseball, whether it was Star Wars, and just Fanatics in general with the acquisitions. Can you imagine if things lined up? Just hear me out. Like if the OG season was to happen after the cards release and it was in the flow, let's say it was at 6 months after the release, if the plans were to release along the side of season. So what I'm getting at is when it comes to Marvel, right? Marvel has multiple sets that comes out for with Upper Deck, and it's all based off of like those factions of superheroes.
Hmm.
Whether it, just you always see it like whether it's like end games and things like that. Like for instance, like I know I haven't followed it too closely, but I know that X-Men is like the next wave or whatever the case may be.
I can't
But
wait
can
for
you
that.
can you imagine if they actually put time in and made it align with certain moments in Fortnite, or if it was based off of factions, off all of these things, maybe not in the first year, the second year, but once they really get their rhythm, they can get pretty creative, bro. And it's just a lot of
Or
possibilities.
if
Go
they
ahead.
give like so in like the trading card games, when you win a tournament and stuff, they give you one of these prize cards. If they start doing that at these tournaments, Like, why not? Like, why not give
Yeah.
more than just the cash, right?
Yeah.
If they give like a rare numbered card at the tournaments, that'll be crazy. I think one of the things that we need to figure out next, and since we're all like 99% sure Fanatics
Mm-hmm.
and Tops have it, right?
Right.
So what we need to figure out next is how long is this contract?
Mm-hmm.
Because like the fact that we knew that Panini contract was 3 years was a huge bonus for us because we knew this for like a long time, and
Yeah.
that's why we were able to figure out that they lost the contract. So knowing how long this one is going to like cement several ideas, like how
Right.
strong are they on this, and if it's for many years, then we can expect that the print run to be a little bit higher than
Mm-hmm.
like if they didn't think so, right? Because I think for Panini, the print run was not huge because they were testing it out, right?
Right.
And then it got big
Right.
as it went on. So I don't know if it's going to be big from the start or if they're going to do the same thing Panini did and start small.
Mm. Dang, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. And Richard is saying it could be like Tops now. They could drop a card the day of a live event. All the possibilities are actually endless.
Hmm.
And the thing is that Fortnite going into his seventh is going into his seventh year, right? Is this the seventh year or
For
seventh
Fortnite,
year?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
seven for Battle
2017 is
Royale.
when it
Yeah.
released. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's 2024.
Yeah. So seventh year. So they're going into their seventh year. All of the moments and everything that we already have, they can backtrack and do so many unique things that, I mean, you even think about the sets. The Dark series is pretty widespread now. It's a lot of skins in the Dark series, and
Yeah, that's true.
and it's a lot of those, bro. Is I mean, it's not enough to make a set, but you can make those
But
inserts and things like that.
yeah,
It's
so you can
interesting.
do the regular skin,
Yeah.
right? And then the numbered dark series.
Dang, that's crazy.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So that,
Yeah.
that can be kind of crazy. So like you can do it out of like 10. It's like this is the actual skin, but here's the dark version of it. Do you know
Yeah.
how crazy that would be? So
Yeah.
there's many ways they can do it. The question is like, are they looking? I'm sure they have to be looking at all those aspects.
For
I
sure, they
mean,
have to.
there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
If you look at it from that point of view, yeah, Panini kind of dropped the ball. But again,
Hmm.
like you said, they were testing the market, and who said it here? Somebody just said it. They said, "Shout out to us for passing the test because Panini
Yo,
was the
yeah, right
test."
here. Yeah.
Lane's right. Yeah, we passed the
Yeah.
test. I like giving us the credit, guys. Us as the
Yes.
hobby. We
Yes.
passed the test, right? Because we
Yeah.
really fought for it.
Mhm.
2019 when it came out, it's like it was on the shelves for a while, right?
Mhm.
And it got some like kids who were ripping stuff and got some videos that went pretty popular. But people were like throwing the cracked ice to the side. Like if you look at those old videos, they were ripping
Mhm.
them up and just throwing them up. So we really took the hobby and just pushed it forward.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, shout out to all you guys for real.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, those early videos and even midway through like that 2021 era, but those early videos really definitely did it. Just seeing the difference compared to just 2 years later. And I mean those moments definitely sit. I even think about collectors like Eduardo. Like I remember Eduardo's videos were the first videos I seen so many crystal shards graded. Like I
Hmm.
mean, we've seen the rips, but graded. I was like, yo, this is actually crazy. I remember you showing the Black Knights and the Red Knights, and then we eventually did some content together. But those first videos, like you said, those very first videos were monumental, and people are gonna look back on those for sure.
I know, and they still make me cry sometimes. Like what some
Yeah.
people did. I think the one I saw was a dyer. Man, I saw like a dyer get ripped up
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
thrown in the pile. I just couldn't believe it. We've talked about streamers before, but yeah,
Hmm.
I think more than just streamer skins, like I want to kind of stay away from like the actual physical person of like Ninja and them or like clicks. But if you use their icon series skins,
Hmm.
then 100% yes, right?
Yeah.
Because that way it keeps all the cards looking similar, can keep
Hmm.
them the same style, and they'll still want to chase it. Because you get like a Cypher PK skin or a Ninja skin, and you get the icon series on there, that'll be crazy for their community.
Yeah, and I mean to your point, that's exactly what just happened with Legos. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Those the Icon series skins didn't come out immediately. They kind of packaged them up later and they finished them and made them look as best as possible. And those are the type of things that I agree with you 100%. I want to see the Icon series skins. Like as you get into that next level of having your own skin, that's like a reward. You branch off into Legos, which is a crazy, insane IP, one of the best that we've ever seen. And then you're branching off into the card hobby where you're pretty much collected forever. It's a win-win for the brand of that person, of that content creator, of that pro. Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
You know, Shane said that we're gonna be the whales of the Fortnite hobby in the next 10 years, and like I believe it. I mean, I
Yeah.
wish it came sooner because I would have been a whale sooner. Because I've given most of my stuff away, sold a lot of my stuff, so I'm gonna be back in. I'm trying to get back into the game of like picking stuff up while I can. I
Well,
want to. I want
yeah.
to acquire.
But to your point though, even to your point, uh you know how you just said like how your collection has kind of minimized a little bit, right?
Hmm.
The collectors that's even coming in now before this next wave, right?
Oh. Hmm.
You having 2 to 3 cards, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, that is going to be a major difference compared to how it's going to be. Like, let's say it comes out within the next year and a half, 5 years from then, you having those 5 cards is going to look a lot different than the way you feel now. It's so that's why for me, the way like the way I was processing collecting before is like, yo, I have to get my favorites just in case I
Just
can't
at least
just
one.
yeah, just
Yeah.
in case, you know, and
That's what I feel like now. It's like
yeah,
put profit aside and stuff like that. Like for me,
yeah,
like I was talking to Black Ass the other day, and I was like telling him, I was like, yo, I need to get this card, this card, this card, just one. Like me,
yeah,
I like to get doubles of every like triples. I
right,
like to stack. That's how I like to collect. I said at this
yeah,
point, it's like no, I need to get one of each
and
that I'll
then
never
think about the
sell. Get them
rest.
in my tag slabs, right?
Yeah,
Because pretty soon, if it goes the way One Piece went,
mm-hmm,
like if it goes that direction, like
mm-hmm,
there's so many cards I was looking at that's way out of my price range. We're talking
yeah,
double, triple aura. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like if that happens, it's gonna be. I'm not, and we're talking about like Series 3 is less
mm-hmm,
printed than like the One Piece by far. Like you've got One Piece cards that's like 10x the print run
yeah,
that are in the thousands of dollars. So you want to talk about Series 3 cards being overprinted, nowhere near the rest of the card hobby, guys. So
right,
it could be really insane. Like you talk, Series 3 will not be the middle child anymore. It won't be like,
mm-mm.
oh, it's cheap. You know what I mean? So
Listen,
I mean, especially thinking about some of those skins that we always talk about.
yeah, to your point, that zoomed out effect is gonna look a lot less unappealing, you know, compared to S1 and S2 when you have 4, 5, 6 more sets that came after it. You know, and I think that's the hard thing for people to kind of dissect. And the way I compare it is this, right? I came from a long time of collecting sneakers, and everything is good. Yeah, you got those 2008 Jordans, right? But you don't got the OG Jordans though. You don't got the 88s. And then you don't got the O ones. And that was the whole thing. It's like, yeah, that's dope. Y'all can go to the sneaker release and y'all can get these new pair. That's great that you finally got them in your collection. But I got the past 2 releases and the quality is better and the condition and the story is
Like,
different.
like when they
It's just a
release the
different feel.
Concords, when they release the
Yes,
Concords again
yes.
and again.
And then the flex was that Concords, so the Concords release, right? You come to the release with the Concords on already because you had them for 2 years. And no, so and that's a whole different world, but some of the same things apply where it's like it's those early adapters, the ones that was truly collecting. The story is just a little bit deeper. It doesn't X out the new collectors. It's just a wider spread conversation, and you know the stories just change up consistently.
So I think the more like Lane said, he's a set collector, so he's feeling better and better. And 100%, and we've said this for. I'm not a set collector, never have been. But I've
Hmm.
said this for a long time: is that set collectors have an advantage over the
Yeah.
fact that the way Fortnite's story is and the way things pop off is
Hmm.
you could be holding on to something just to complete your set, and it
Yeah.
has a major moment and movement within Fortnite
Hmm.
versus like us who know what's going on. We go after
Hmm.
that one thing, then something completely changes, and this person's super popular, and we wouldn't have touched it before, you know?
Yep.
So set collectors have that. Now, is that gonna be the same with tops? I don't know. Depending on how they do it, it's gonna be hard to set collect, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they do numbered cards and stuff like that. Does that count for your set collecting?
Mm-mm. That's interesting, and I mean, that's that extension of your collection, like you're saying. That extension of your collection can get very interesting. And before we get to the other ones, T Dub,
No.
no, it would never release back in the item shop, but you can get the
Reskins.
cards. Listen, the cards you can get that, you can get the reskins, but you know That's the whole thing that we love about the collecting aspect. It's a lot of cards or skins that me and Dylan
Never
cannot
be in
get
your
and
locker
won't get in the
to
locker
like
again.
be able to
You
own
know?
the card, which is just actually owning the card. If you own a Black Knight Crystal Shard, that's rarer than owning the skin.
Oh yeah.
Same
You
thing
can
with the
get over that.
Renegade.
You can get over that. You can get over not having the skin if you have the Black Knight
Eventually,
Crystal Shard.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly,
mean you can, yeah, you can get over that. You know,
100%.
put your main skin on that you've been rocking with for the past year because you didn't have the Black Knight or the Renegade Raider already. Get the card in your collection and you'll be all right. Not talking about the Black Knight Crystal Shard, but for context, people.
Yo, if they make Autumn Queen like the major sweat skin and like it's in the cover of all the comics, so this is
Yo,
legit possible, guys. Okay, so
everything.
look at Bandolette, right?
Yep.
Bandolette had nothing in game, nothing, and then she had such a focus in the comic. She had
Yeah.
attitude. They gave her like a whole voice, man. So I'm telling you, if they did that to Autumn Queen, I wouldn't hate it.
Hmm.
I was right at the time, but
Right.
things change.
Yeah.
So, and for all those Autumn Queen fans, I hope she gets her day in there and y'all make your bag. I really do.
Hmm.
Like, no hate
Yeah.
here.
So this is an interesting question, not because it's interesting as what the answer is, because I'll just put it this way. This is the purest form of rarity versus scarcity to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's going to be not in a bad way, there's going to be artificial rarity or controlled rarity when it comes to numbered cards and things like that, and then you're going to have pure scarcity when it comes to S1 and S2 S3 compared to the numbers that possibly could come through. So David, for your question, the thing that's going to happen, we don't know what the future holds, we don't know what can flip or anything like that, but what's going to happen is that the Panini's era is going to look so much different than what we understand it to be right now. The We have certain cards, but even us being here now, the cards that we didn't get, like me and Dylan was just talking about, those cards could possibly 5x from the price now. Not saying that it will, but this is just the things that happen. If history repeats itself, if things that we've seen in other collections happens, it can be very interesting. To my answer, I don't know how that would look because I know 101s, and if it's a 101 Renegade Raider, if it's a 101 Black Knight, who knows what can happen. I just
Those
know
will.
that the scarcity is going to be very different for S1.
I don't think the one of ones and stuff like that are going to be able to consider the whole set. I think overall, Series One is going to be the top dog, like
For
on
sure.
average.
For sure.
Even if you take up like some of the one of ones, right? Think about how hard it is to see your card pop up, whether it's Series One or Series Two, even Series Three. Like seeing your card pop up on eBay, it's like you're waiting for that card. I know there's several that are not on eBay that I want,
100%. Hmm.
and it's been this long, and they're not popping up. Imagine
And
when the hobby
that's
triples, doubles, quadruples.
like,
Those cards like this, the last 3 years has been your best opportunity to get a Series One shard, and we don't have them still. So that just answers the question right there. I think that Series One shards, even the hollows, could be extremely hard to find.
yeah.
It's gonna be tough for those. So like, I
What
mean, I'm a little scared to let anything go.
But bro, to your point, if what happens with what we expect to happen if this gets marketing, right? If it gets marketing, if it just goes the way we think it will, like you said, S1 through S3, but specifically S1 and S2. I don't know how much people watch the other parts of the hobby, but let's just go with a couple random cards here. Let's go with, I talk about it all the time. A big one is the Jordan PMG, 1997 Jordan PMG. That's a unicorn. But let's go with the Kobe. The Kobe has popped up like, let's say, 5 times over the past 2-3 years. That's the possibility of S1 and S2. Like it
Mm-hmm.
could be like a year span between certain cards popping up, maybe 2 years. It's just the collectors here now are going to be the holders of those. And unless they have loose hands and that's not going to another collector that's already been in there, the fact of it getting to a PWCC, a eBay, a Golden is not going to be as consistent as it is now. And it's not consistent now. So it's just going to look a lot
and
different.
and it's not going to be a buy it now.
No,
It's
it's
not going to be a
not.
buy it now. All those shards are going to be auctions, right?
Man.
Because they're going to have the price set, and people will be
Yeah.
looking for it. So no, so it's either going to be an expensive one set at a very high price no one can afford, or it's going to be auctions, and you're going to have to fight for it.
Yeah.
And who knows what you're going to pay?
Like that. And I think it's one of those things where The weird part is we're all talking about this now, and it's gonna be weird because we're gonna be collecting these new sets, right? But we're also gonna just be watching how everybody comes in and learn exactly what we've been trying to explain for so long. Like we've been, and it's not even the card hobby. I'm not talking about the card hobby when I say this. I'm talking about Fortnite gamers.
We have
The
to stop. We're
way,
getting too excited. We're getting too excited. Let
yeah,
me
this it.
smoked out turtles, right? This is not financial advice, guys. Collect for
No,
fun. We're not trying to tell you guys what to buy or invest. Thank you, smoked out turtle.
yeah,
I
for
appreciate
sure.
you.
I don't know if we said anything, but yeah, for sure. Any specific cards, but yeah, it's really that's I think that's the crazy thing that this is a time where we are going to be able to watch exactly what people felt they missed. And I'm not talking about the hobby because the hobby collects what they like, right? But if you are a Fortnite gamer and you are a collector of anything else and you miss the Panini wave, you're gonna feel a certain type of way. And it's gonna be interesting to see those collectors come in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm exactly here. Like this, I think Series One will be top dog overall. Shards are
Hmm.
gonna be legendary. I think the Series One shards are gonna be close to the prices of one of ones
There
and
you
things
go.
like that.
Yep.
But I do think certain skins, one of one, will most
Hmm.
definitely surpass even the Black Knight shard.
For sure.
Like if they do a one of one pink gold trooper, I don't know. If they do a one of one renegade raider, one of one Black
Hmm.
Knight,
Yeah.
that's some crazy stuff right there. I don't know what are
I
some other
mean,
ones. What
Philly.
besides? You name
Like
almost any skin, man.
you can
A one of
really,
one focus,
yeah.
if it's done right, could be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you I okay, now I mean all of the skins are back on the table. You have the foundations, you have Agent Jones. Those is type of characters that we haven't seen. And I think they could properly adapt into this hobby. I mean, we didn't even mention Midas in that. Oh, he just there you go. Yeah. With the double S. But yeah,
I mean,
Midas is
I
is crazy.
I think some one of ones won't overtake it. Let's say they do one of ones of skins that aren't as popular. Like you look at
Mhm,
sports, you can get some one. Like I have one of ones of some players, and they're not doing skyrocketing prices, right? So it's gonna have
mhm,
to be the right skin and be a one of one.
mhm,
And maybe not the first set. Maybe all the ones of ones for the first set might be kind of super expensive because it's the
mhm.
first top set. But in general, it's gonna have to be the right skin to surpass a cracked ice, in my opinion.
Yeah, the question is, what is that immediate high gonna look like, and then what is that
Oof.
correction gonna look like? Can you imagine
Mm-hmm.
if the correction is the all-time highs of what the Panini era is? Because to your point, it doesn't mean that the one-on-ones is gonna do what it does. That's we've seen this, right?
Yep.
We see, a one-on-one or out of 10 of a Jordan, even out of 100 Jordan compared to his 86 Jordan Flair. It's things like that that you see, but I mean the crazy thing is that what we'll see is that, oh, we're talking about one-on-ones, but there's going to be out of fives, there's going to be out of tens, and even those prices may look a
Even
lot
out,
different
yeah,
than we
one out of
expect.
five, one
Like
out of tens is still
it's
one out of
crazy, bro.
25s are still gonna be crazy.
I mean, we can keep going. It's because if it's marketed, curiosity is going to make it triple. and
Mm-hmm.
then and then hobby speculation. So you have the curiosity of, let's say, the gamers, then you have the speculation of the collectors that's outside of Fortnite. The numbers are naturally going to be crazy, even if the cards aren't as appealing as we expect. Just a pure speculation is going to do it alone.
I'm actually really excited. I finally found some Star Wars cards that I thought the design was dope,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty excited to see what Epic Games mixed with Tops can do.
Hmm.
Um, I think they know their market. We know Epic Games knows their market,
Yeah.
which makes sense why they're still doing cards. They know that it's an older audience in Fortnite, older than
Yeah.
most people think.
Hmm.
So like I think the design's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like
No. Yeah.
when we were talking about Zero Cool, I was a little worried, but Zero Cool is like completely like silent.
Hmm.
I think that project got put to the side, so I'm pretty confident this is gonna be great.
Yeah. This is. I mean. I think everybody, and I'm not talking about us, the collectors. I think everybody, when it comes to Tops, Fanatics, and even Epic Games, they want this to be knocked out the park. Because I can't remember. I think it was JL that said it earlier. Just a possibility. Somebody did. Just a possibility of what that's gonna look like. The surprise that is gonna do to at people at Epic Games. If this is marketed the right way, it's going to shock them just the way the OG season did. They're not going to
Mhm.
believe how many collectors and how many people really want these cards, and it was always sitting there right under their nose.
This is the saddest comment here is like how many people sold their collection to get out of the hobby too early. Like imagine waiting, being there for series 1, series 2 reloaded, series 3, and waiting a few months is like, you know what, no cards are coming out, I'm gonna sell everything. That's
You,
gotta be but hey, you know us, you probably seen this stuff popping up, so you're ahead of
mhm,
the game, so just get back in,
yeah,
it's like if you enjoy the cards, that is. um
yeah,
and it's a fun hobby. I cannot wait, like I cannot wait to rip. I know you
yeah.
guys are saying just buy the singles. I don't know. I think the fact that we can rip, if we can, and just rip packs, I think that might help us explode some.
No, is that's the thing. Even if it's even if it's none of us besides, like, let's say the ones that rip consistent, let's just put it out there, say it's Daniel and Westrom. Let's say they're the
Hmm.
first ones that's only ripping, right? They're doing Fanatics Life, whatever the case may be. If everybody's not ripping in the hobby, Fortnite hobby, people will still be ripping. They're gonna get people to rip the packs either way, so we have to be a part of that, like that, because it's gonna
Heck yeah.
happen either way. Like
Because
it
I mean,
definitely is.
if you can, let's say it's like even if it's $5 a pack. I don't even know what Western and them charge and stuff like that. But like, if you could
Hmm.
pull a monster card out of a
Yep.
$5 pack and it not have to be $1,000 mega box,
Hmm.
can you imagine that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's just
That
back the old days when we were like waiting outside of Target for the stocking. I remember when
yeah.
Series 2 came out and I was waiting for them to stock it, and they never stocked it. I went up to them and told them,
Bro,
"Hey, where's the Fortnite? Like, what's
listen,
going
bro.
on?" That's how it's gonna be, man.
Yo, man, I remember the first series 2 boxes that I got out of store. Soon as he put them joints down, it was people going for sports. I cleaned those Fortnite boxes up so quick. Those megas was it didn't even have a second to stay on the shelf. And no, that was a good time. That was actually the first time I pulled Ice King, ironically. But yeah, crazy.
I don't know if you ever a 10's a 10. There are cards that are more special that I pulled. Um, is it more special than a 10? I don't know about that one.
Wait. Okay.
They're saying that it's more important which ones you pulled. So your PSA 9, if you pulled it yourself,
I
it's
get I get what he
I get it. I
I
get
get what
it.
he's getting at. Yeah. It's
I mean, I rip and buy.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If I got a chance to get a 10, it was nice knowing that PSA 9. I'm glad that I got to rip it. But that joint, if I got a chance to go to that, I'm gonna let it fly. But I get it. I get the sentiment for sure.
Oh, okay. Westrom just upped his prices. It's now
Six
$600 per
for
series one
S
pack.
S.
I
Cause
don't know about you guys, but I haven't sold a single like base card that unless like I had one that I bought for
nah,
like
yeah, I
five
still
dollars on
have all my
eBay.
yeah.
So I have all my legendaries, all my epics, legendary base for series 1. If this blows up to what we think, even those prices, like if you guys don't remember, Black Knight base used to go for $600 for a
Yeah,
Black Knight base.
yeah.
Just saying.
I
Not
mean it's
investment advice. I'm just saying those Black Knight base at like $100 looking kind of good. I don't know.
yeah, and I mean, even the thing like so. For instance, I never put a Lux base card during the NOI era. Never put a
Hmm.
Lux base card, right? And then of course I did a deal with Black Ash, so now I have like 20 Lux base cards, and those have stayed in my collection, bro. Like obviously, besides like giveaways and stuff to the community, but once I send those in the grade, and those are cemented, and I usually don't do that, but it's like just the sentiment of like, yo, I didn't have to really pull all of these. It just kind of happened in the collection. I'm like, I might as well keep them, and give them away sparingly
all
throughout the
all the
hobby.
base I pulled, but I ripped so many fat packs.
Have them all.
I have them all. Yeah, I
Have
have them
them
all.
all. Way too many.
Oh, you said he offered you a few hundred for all your Black Knights.
Never did. And
Hmm.
I ain't never do that.
I mean,
I put
six
I
hundred six
no,
hundred
yeah, I
dollars for a
definitely
base Black Knight. Like you guys don't might not remember this, but this was a real thing, and it's not like it wasn't like it took a while to sell. Like if
yeah.
you pulled a Black Knight, you could sell it that day for $600.
Yeah, no, no, ain't no way because I put 2 BK base in my first couple packs, so I definitely ain't do that.
Because that's what we are doing. We are pulling the
Yeah,
Black Knight base,
yeah.
selling it, buying more fat
Buy
packs,
more
trying to
fat
hit that
packs.
hollow.
Yep.
Finally hit that hollow, and I sold it for cheap, cheap, cheap.
bro. That I mean, that was such an era time. We've talked about it a couple times before, but those orange packs, bro. That are those are too thick to get slabbed, right? You can't do value packs.
They're pretty thick, man.
They're pretty 22 cards, right?
I
Is it
mean, you
it's 20?
probably could. I mean, they're doing like I think they're getting into like games and comics and Funko Pops.
They probably have the they
They
probably have
probably
the
can. I don't know if anybody knows. I don't know if
well
PSA is doing that.
I know Nat Turner said that they're trying to get closer to whatever comes through the door. The slab will be made for that. So that could possibly be a thing. I wonder because I would actually like to have one of those orange pack slab. Like that's one I just want to have for display because it brings back so many memories of how
I
many
mean
packs
that
we
that
opened.
was an epic part of the hobby is
Yeah,
NOI ones. If it could be an actual NOI pack though that came from them,
that'd be dope.
for some reason they had all the fat packs and our hobby cleaned them out.
Mm-hmm.
They had thousands and we cleaned them out
Mm-hmm.
completely. Now we just need to
Bro,
clean out Dave and Adams of the mega boxes.
remember the picture? Do you remember the picture on Facebook when it was the six packs and it was in the Gaylords? Do you remember
Yeah,
those? That
yeah, uh-huh.
bro, that was crazy. I mean, it was eons of packs, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even Series 2 value boxes, I mean, those went for cheap. I mean,
But
after
those are
Series
solid.
yeah, after Series 1, it was all about the megas, even like the blasters and everything. I think that's why they try to do lasers in the blasters
Mm-hmm.
because people weren't buying them. They were all going for mega boxes.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I mean,
and
that's one of their downfalls, and hopefully Panini and Topps learn from that.
and we got to factor in the flip that happened. You know, the fact that the mega boxes was the hit and it wasn't inside the hobby inside the car shops because they get the hobby boxes. That was a whole nother thing. Like when I was talking to my
Yeah, we
local
should explain
stores,
that a little bit. Yeah.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
in all, if you guys are new to, if y'all just in Fortnite, in all other sports hobbies, the
Mm-hmm.
hits are in the hobby boxes. Those
Yep.
are the ones that are worth all the money. So when Series One was coming out, everyone was ordering hobby boxes. Like everyone was, and all you get were hollows,
Yep.
right? And so now our whole hobby is focused on mega boxes. But in every other hobby, it's all about the hobby boxes. And if you think
Yep.
about it, that's what makes sense, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't get it from retail, you buy the hobby boxes. You have to go to a
Yeah.
specialty store to get it, or you have to order it direct from the company. They're not you don't find them on the shelves. But now with Fortnite, they flipped it and put it in a mega, which is weird. It
Yeah.
threw everybody through a loop.
And I actually not to pivot off this too much, but I did ask Dylan a question when we were talking on Wednesday for our meeting. I just threw it out there. I was like, what happens if Fanatics do pull off and purchase Panini? What happens in that case? I don't know exactly what that means, but they would be under their umbrella. So what do you if that happens? Like let's say Panini gets purchased by Fanatics. What does that mean in your head? Do
It
you
means
think
they
it's
can
just gonna
say
be
Series 4,
mhm.
which is the only good thing in my opinion, because I want them to do all these changes now.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy that we're doing cards, so I don't really care
Right.
regardless. But I kind of want to see what they could do with the new directions, because like
Mhm.
I think if they integrate like the numbered cards with the dark version, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? If they go that deep into it and create those select styles just for those rare cards, that would be amazing. I don't really want them to stick with just the mega boxes being the hits. I think that's hurting
Yeah.
the hobby.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, Panini, I love the design of the cards. I love the shards and stuff like that. I love like how scarce they are to find and things like that. It's just I think some of this other stuff could be kind of fun.
Yeah. So
Real quick, let me
yeah, go
answer this
ahead.
real quick. PSA does grade Reloaded, but I don't know if you're talking about the packs. Um,
The packs
I'm
are
sure they will grade the packs. They are paper, but if you want to look for the PSA pop report, it's on FortniteCards.com under Reloaded. We have a link to the PSA pop report since it's hard to find. All right, go
yeah.
ahead. My bad.
No, no, it's good. But I mean, to your point, look what happened with the Series 3 blasters. Now we have, even though it's more because of how bad the conditions were when it comes to lasers, but now we have
Mhm.
this conversation. Maybe it's just me having this conversation, a few others like Kyrie and JT. But now we have this conversation of Midas, his laser. Like, is it gonna be the cracked ice or is it gonna be his laser that withstands when it comes to the value? And the only way we can have that conversation is because it was an exclusive in the blaster. Like, if that wasn't the case, it wouldn't even be a thing, because it would kind of be more balanced out when it comes to print runs. But that
And
separation created a conversation.
and also the separation, we have no idea how many blasters they printed.
Right.
That's what the big conversation is. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
are there less lasers than shards?
Right.
Because we already know that it's harder to get a 10 laser
Mm-hmm.
on average.
On
So
average, right.
if it's because there was way more blasters than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, there were like, I want to say
Yeah.
at least double the amount of blasters out there than mega boxes.
Mm-hmm. Because
Especially if you just look at like what's on the shelves.
that's what I was just thinking about. What was it?
Yeah,
It was four. Was it like 4 and 8? It was something like that, right? It
it
was
was
like
at
four
least
megabox and
double.
like, yeah, it was like 4 and 8 or
And
something like
and
that.
Target was an exclusive mega box. I don't think blasters were exclusive to Target. I think you could get blasters
No,
at
no.
other places.
Target mega. You could get the mega box from Walmart too.
Not in Series One.
Oh no, we talk. No, I thought
I
you.
know. I'm
No,
just
I
talking
thought we
about
was
across
talking
the
about.
board. I'm just
Oh yeah, yeah,
so when
yeah. I
they're
thought you was
printing
talking about.
blasters, ever since the beginning, the blasters, since there's less cards in them, have
Yeah.
always been overprinted compared to the mega boxes. So did they
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing in Series Three? Is
Right.
my question,
Yeah.
and we don't know that answer.
Yeah.
And not enough people are buying the blasters, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna take us a while to figure that out. And that just seems like opportunity for those who are keen on the lasers.
Yeah. For sure. No, Kyrie, I feel you on this. When it comes to the Midas laser. Because I feel the same way. I need a 10 in my collection bad. And to if that if that happens where there were less lasers printed, now the PSA 9 laser looks different as well. And then all of the lasers across the board looks different. So I'm really interested in this because it's just something that I feel is going to be very monumental as time goes on. But I'm interested to see how that plays out like 5 years from now.
JT, I'm interested to see if it turns out that there's the same amount of lasers as cracked ice. Do you still think it'll go for 10x?
Yeah, because
I
even
already
like,
because
yeah.
I know that the Midas grades really well
Hmm.
because it's a yellow card.
Hmm.
So I get that. So I'm curious there too. So what is the gem rate for the laser?
So the gem rate is that I can't think of the percentage off top, but I know there's still at the last time I looked, there was only six to I believe 43. It was like
Mm,
43 or something along that lines. But even for instance, out of those six, all of them are not perfectly centered.
yep.
It might be 3 to 4, even if it's just one that's not
Hmm.
perfectly centered, that changes it aesthetically. And I think that's the interesting part because to your point, it could end up balancing out, right?
So
But it's
I
just
just
gonna
I
be
just
it's gonna
had
be
a thought.
interesting. Yeah.
So if it sticks with tops and somehow they don't buy panini, which I think it's way past that point. If I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest, I think it's going tops.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
they're
they'd
gonna try
be.
to compete.
There's no way they'd
Yeah.
be able to buy panini and then integrate. I no, I don't think they'd be doing that. Um,
Hmm.
if it does do that, and they don't do cracked ice, they do some kind of other thing where
Hmm.
cracked ice is not what all the expensive cards are, then I
Yeah.
think lasers could really pop up because it's no longer, oh, I have the cracked ice.
Hmm.
It's I have this rare card, there's only 10 of them made. I mean, 10 of them
Yeah.
gemmed. I
Hmm.
think if that happens, I think that's great for the lasers.
For sure.
If you
For
get away
sure.
from that cracked ice is the best that you
Hmm.
can get mentality, then the first print of Midas being a laser and being super hard to gem could be kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, to your point, like even if you triple that, if it ends up only being 30 minus PSA 10s, that mirrors S2 and S1's uh crystal shards almost, and in that case it'll be a little bit less possibly in some case and scenarios. So that's going to be very interesting. um Man, I just feel it, bro. I'm telling you, it just seems as though based off the blasters, it's a whole lot of blaster boxes left. It's a whole lot out there. Like it is infinite amount of blaster boxes. How many Midas is
Because
in there? How many clean ones
they're
perfectly
they're
centered?
still
That's
loading
another
up
question.
Midases at Walmart.
Right. Right.
That's how many there are. They're still
Hmm.
adding them to Walmart. So
Yeah,
it's not like
blasters.
they're
Yeah.
just at third party. They're
Hmm.
still at the first stores. You know what I mean? You still get them at
Yep.
Walmart. You still get them at other places for the
Yeah.
blasters. How many out there? I don't know. I think it's a really interesting play. To be honest,
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
think
don't. it's up there with like the Series One Hollow Chase. Like all
Yeah.
these like creative plays people are doing. I think lasers is up there.
I think Renegade Raider PSA 10 Reloaded and the Midas Laser. I mean Renegade Raider Reloaded 10 and then the Midas Laser 10. They live in the same world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just live in the same world. They're kind of going to be those examples of like those obscure outliers. And I think that's going to be interesting for the hobby. Renegade Raider being the most sought after skin, the most desired skin in the game. And then you have Midas, which is the most beloved male skin across the board. But storyline wise, you really can't get much better than that. And so it's pretty crazy.
I mean, if laser PSA 10 start popping up and start selling for high prices, it could go
Mhm.
crazy. It could,
Yeah,
especially if a Midas 10 sells for a bunch. I don't
yeah,
know. Y'all got me thinking about lasers, but you see, I've never really liked the lasers as much. I
yeah,
don't. I don't mind them. It's just I always like the cracked ice more.
yeah,
And that's where it's like, is the demand going to be there? But if you're 6 out of 43, I'm sure there'll be enough.
yeah,
There'll be enough
exactly.
demand for that. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
I think you're good on demand part for that. Maybe not all the skins,
right.
but definitely
It
the
won't be
major
everything.
ones.
Hmm.
So,
Because I think you pointed out before. I think it's flipped for Elite Agent, or at the time it was right. I think the cracked ice was harder to grade for Elite
mhm.
Agent, and the laser was easier. So Series 3 might have its own story within itself. It just might be per card basis, and that's going to be really interesting.
What does a Midas Laser 10 not perfectly go for? That's a good
Uh,
question.
I think we've seen.
I think we did see one
We did no,
sell.
we seen. I think we seen one graded. I don't know if we seen it sold.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
I
yeah, I
remember
think
seeing it. Someone got it graded.
yeah,
I don't remember it sold. I guess.
yeah. So maybe JT or Kyrie can correct because I know they've been following it like me. But that one, if that happened, I definitely missed it. I know the like for instance how aggressive even JT was talking about how aggressive he was when he won the Midas Laser um the raw one recently. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and it was because of how clean it was. So it's gonna be a difference for sure. So maybe JT and Kyrie, do y'all know if a PSA 10 off centered laser sold? I can't remember.
There's
If
only
he was
one
selling it
laser
on,
on eBay,
bro, it's crazy,
and
bro.
that's at 200 for a 7.
For a
So,
7.
all right, looking at
it's
looking at the
it's
Midas laser,
fire,
the
bro.
Midas laser is pretty fire. I think it's the yellow. The yellow
No,
laser is pretty dope.
I think you're sleeping on the laser's aesthetic a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little like
Yeah,
because like
probably a little bit.
yeah,
It's
just not a lot because I do get it. I think the cracked ice definitely has its thing. Like that's undeniable. The lasers definitely has their thing as well. Like like even if you think about skins like the like Focus, like one of your favorites, Focus centering and then her pose with the laser, it looks amazing, bro. Those is like even oh why is his name slipping my mind? The purple card. He's a storyline skin. I
purple
can't remember.
card storyline
Uh
skin.
from the Primal season. He's from the Primal season. I know somebody would pull it up, but that skin aesthetically looks great in the laser. Bro, you tripping. That joint is fire.
Okay, but look at the cracked ice. The cracked ice is still
No,
better.
the crack ice hits. You can't
The
deny
cracked ice
that.
hit. So like
Raz.
I will say the laser looks pretty dope, I guess. But for
Yeah.
me, I'm still cracked ice all day. Um,
Raz, thank you, y'all. That's that. Yes, Raz looks amazing in a laser. It's a lot of them out there. They really,
I
they
don't know.
really
The
look good.
Midas laser does look different. I'm gonna have to give it to JT on this one, even over this one. It's the
Yeah,
yellow for me.
it
Yeah, the Midas
it
one does look kind of dope.
it hits. Yeah, it hits different.
It might be the best laser. Are there any other ones I should look at that can compete with Midas?
Yeah. I don't think so,
That
honestly.
blue. So
Oh,
if
Guff is a
Gus
nice
laser
one.
looks good, it has to be the yellow.
That laser looks fire.
That a, that's a 10 right there. Pop 3 for Guff.
I wonder how many was graded a Guff.
That's a good question.
Now to David's point, David, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think cracked ice is the chase card. I mean, chase parallel. If it was flipped, it would be Midas would be selling for ridiculous prices right now. But the fact that it's not is the whole case for the lasers. You have the actual chase parallel and cracked ice, and then you have the scarce and rare one when it comes to the Midas laser. Because like I said from the beginning, it's not that people just have Midas lasers sitting waiting. Like people are grading these Midas lasers. It's just not as much as cracked ice at the moment. Obviously, that's because more people are opening up mega
But 6
boxes.
out of 43. I
It's
mean,
still
that's the
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it was like, let's say there was like 50 tens,
Hmm.
right? And Midas Cracked Ice had 170 cracked, whatever it is, tens. I
Yeah.
mean, that wouldn't, I feel like Cracked Ice would still kill it. But
Yeah.
6 compared to whatever Midas is at, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's insane.
Um,
It's insane.
so
And
I think
and
there'll be more people chasing Cracked Ice, but at
right.
that low of pop, I think it's going to be hard to deny
Yeah.
the price.
That's like it's like aesthetic versus the scarcity. The stories will be told separately, but they definitely live together.
Think of the progressive. Series 1 Blasters has an extra base epic. Series 3 has lasers. I don't
I
I
don't think
don't
it's gonna
think
be an S4,
it's gonna be.
but
I think it's
yeah.
gonna be very different. I also don't know if it's gonna be Series 4. We
Right,
don't know what it's
right,
gonna be called, and it's not gonna be the same breakout. I'm not betting my money that we're gonna be chasing mega boxes.
right,
I'm at least
right.
I'm hoping. I mean, they might want to like try to keep it the same for the hobby, but
Hmm.
I'm hoping they go back to like hobby boxes, get this cool stuff, and then you can get all this other rare stuff from packs
Bro, you know how frustrating it is that I live in the same city as Dave and Adams and they don't sell mega boxes in the
in
actual
person.
store? Like it's I'm like, bro, I know where it's at. Like just bring bring them out here. But yeah, that is extremely frustrating, bro.
Yeah, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So let's say it comes out, right? Let's say
Hmm.
Topps releases it. They said the pre-order and stuff like that, and there's hobby boxes. Are you going
They'll
to
probably
pre-order the hobby boxes? You going all out for the hobby boxes?
I think because to your point, I think it would probably go the lane of the hobby box would be the chase. It would have to be, right?
Is the rest of the hobby going to ignore hobby boxes? Probably
Heck
not. They
yeah.
probably you think
I mean,
they
yeah,
might
they're
be too
gonna get
excited.
educated. Yeah, they're
They
gonna
might
get
be too
educated
excited.
quick. I mean,
I'm
because you're just
buying
gonna have
hobby
to read the
boxes just to see.
description. Yeah, you read the description and you kind of find and figure it out from there. And it's not like we won't be talking about it. So yeah, it probably
Yeah,
will
but
be
we won't know
balanced out.
either, probably, unless they say what the hits are going to be.
Yeah, which
Does
they
Tops no?
probably will.
Does Tops normally do that? Do they show you? Do they break it down
Good
before?
question. Good
I'm
question. I
not a
mean,
Tops guy, so
I know based off of what I'm not going to say that website because we compete with them, but I know it's a website that does checklists that previously for baseball they had it when it was still in pre-order,
yeah,
but I
and,
don't
and
know if
we and
that's
we put
across
we
the
put that
board.
on ours too. But like the
Yeah,
question is, when they release the information, do they release that, or do you
right.
have to figure it out first?
Yeah. Good
Okay, so
question.
they put pack odds on the back. Okay, thanks,
There you
Richard. Um, I wonder if it's gonna be for.
go. JC, that's funny. He said S4 cards will show the characters posing from 100 yards away. No,
No, I don't
seriously.
think. I think they figured out what they want. I would like to say
Yeah.
they do they have enough accurate data? I don't even know what I want. Do we want close-ups? What does the hobby
Heck,
want? What do you guys want?
well for this I'm open. I don't know, but if we were talking about the same thing we were talking about before, close up all day. So overall, I prefer close up. I don't know about with the aesthetic of the tops cards, but
Hmm.
if it followed the same type thing, then yeah, I'm definitely going close up.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
see, if it looks the way the sapphires and stuff look like, so let's say sapphire is a parallel, right? If it looks like that, then I would prefer slightly zoomed out because it just looks better based off of the design of that card. So I mean, and then you look at the way why is it slipping my mind? The super refractors look. I think I want my super refractor to be slightly zoomed out. I don't want it to be as close as S1, S2. So if
I
that's the
mean, I
case,
think
then yeah.
I'm looking at my cards. My Series 3 cards have grown on me. Like
Hmm.
Galaxia looks amazing. Hush, Wild Card. I mean, yeah, the zoomed in is cool, but I'm not hating anymore on like the zoomed out. I think it
Yeah.
really depends on the design. I think with the reason why we like Series 1 so much is the Crystal Shard was far superior.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if they had that same superiority, if you put into Series 3, it might be a different story.
For
Especially if
sure.
they didn't have the circle on the front and stuff like that.
I matter of fact, to like we said before, we talked about this before. If the playing field was all level, so if all of the cars look the same, if Midas was zoomed in the way S2 was, right? It would look a lot different, I think, with people, the way people would chase those. And then in that case, there will be no conversation of it would, if it was zoomed, if it was a close zoom the way S1 and S2 is, this whole laser cracked ice conversation wouldn't even be happening based off of that.
Hmm.
It's just that aesthetic is just second to none in my opinion.
That's true. That's true. I think we need to petition them for this. They need to get us
Yeah.
all in a freaking war room,
Yeah,
right?
listen.
Giving directions, throwing up ideas on the whiteboard. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
Like,
Listen,
if they need me to, I'm gonna email the director of consumer goods and just give him our whole list.
the whole list. This is what the
Like,
hobby wants.
do we have a list of demands, guys, that I need to send them an email?
There
I
you
said,
go, right
before
there.
you guys make your decision, this is what the hobby is requesting.
There you go. Just think about it. Just think about it.
We
Put it
we
up
should
there.
make that list. Like,
I think we should.
somebody in the Discord needs to start doing this. So if you guys are in the Discord, start this list of what we should email them. Like, what are our demands for Fortnite
Yeah.
cards?
Oh shoot,
I
man.
mean, refractors of Series 1 cards. Like, Series 1 cards or like skins? Because, like we started talking about
Yo,
skins.
a
Second chance at a
refract.
pink Ghoul Trooper.
That's the thing, because it's that second chance word is important. The fact that because now everything is back on the playing field, and that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Summit
And that,
striker.
I know for a fact there's gonna be some people who hit some ones of ones, and they're gonna do some major trades with people that have Series 1 shards.
Yes, yes, bro.
You're
It's
gonna see
gonna
some
happen.
Black Ash and Wayne type trades, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be epic.
Because you think of, and I'm not saying that these collectors are gonna do this, but you think of those high tier collectors, the MCs, because we got to give credit where credit is due. Those MCs, those Bobbies, and those Waynes of the world, right? Those type of collectors, their chase is probably gonna be a little. I don't want to give them any ideas because we need these cards too, but their chase is gonna be a lot different. And those trades between Series 1 Crystal Shards, S2 Cracked Ice, compared to a new set, is definitely gonna start some conversations.
That's
Like
true. That's true. Now,
like
if
Dylan giving up his aura for a 1-on-1 Gold Trooper, Pink Gold Trooper. That's gonna be
oh,
crazy.
oh man, oh gosh, don't say stuff like that. What did I do there? What do you do? What do I do
Okay,
there?
bro.
What do
Somebody
I do
hit you
there?
up.
Like, someone says, I
Listen,
pulled the one of one pink gold trooper. I'm looking for a PSA 10 aura. What do you do?
first of all, Black Ash gonna beat you to it, so that's unfortunate for you. But it's just like it's
Oh yeah, Black
so,
Ash will
but
be that. It'll be like 30 seconds in, trade complete.
yo,
You all you'll see is DM.
man.
He'll be like DM.
Listen, listen, man. Yo, me. If you're in the Discord, I shared a picture of uh
I'm just
Darth
gonna
Vader.
pull. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to pull it up
yeah. You
here.
got to pull up. Darth
It was
Vader
in
was
General
in
Card
a.
Talk, I think.
Yeah. He was in a Ice King esque pose for his card. There we go, right there.
So
And oh man,
imagine this card, right? And I don't know if I can zoom in more than that, right? But with the Ice King.
with the Ice King, bro, that dang, bro, that joint will be crazy. That's where my head was all week, and then us in the Discord, we kind of went on a tangent, got a little too excited as we are right now, and man, it's crazy, it's crazy. That card is fire, by the way. That
That
is a
that is
dope
that,
card.
that is a fire card. I think I was wrongfully shitting on Star Wars the other day. Some of these Star Wars cards are really well designed. I was looking at some of them and I was
Yeah,
like, wow, if they put that much work into this could be kind of crazy.
because I mean, to the point you were making earlier, how does Tops not hit this out the park with it seems like the marketing team, and I'm not just talking about because we were talking about how it wasn't marketed before, but it seems like this marketing team. Okay, so for instance, what I'm getting at is with this I don't, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on the baseball side, but there's a new thing. Like, so you know how it's like it's like rookie patch autos and stuff like that, right? In baseball, there was like it was like it's a new term now. It's like first jersey, or it's like first card or something like that. They did something unique where the baseball hobby actually adapted to it very well. And that's the oldest part of the hobby. They can be kind of, strong on their opinions, but Topps rolled out something that made a lot of sense to them, and it seems as though they're really trying to build a different view of what they expected from Fanatics, because people weren't too happy that Fanatics was taking over originally, and us included. So should be
Yeah, but
interesting.
it's like it's not Fanatics anymore. Like we're talking about like tops, and
No, yeah.
that helps so much.
Hmm.
If it was zero cool, I wouldn't be as thrilled, right? But since we're going with tops and all the major brands are going to be there,
Hmm.
basketball, football, all of them are going to be there. I think
Yeah.
that helps us tremendously. Now, the one thing I have for my like I love our international collectors, right? And I want to talk about
Yeah.
this for a minute. And some people said that they think that tops will produce them in the US, but
Hmm.
have enough to go out to international countries.
Hmm.
How is that going to look? And how
Yeah.
is that going to affect our international community?
Yeah.
And then
So.
on top of that,
Hmm.
how is that going to affect the Italy and Brazil cards we have now?
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be, because I think that's gonna be very, very interesting. Hopefully it works out though. Hopefully it really brings in the whole hobby. I think they have enough information of how Fortnite originally came about as a hobby when it comes to Panini, and I'm pretty sure they might factor that in. I mean, it's not like Tops don't know what Panini did with Fortnite cards. You know what I mean? It's like they clearly know what the hobby was, and I'm pretty sure they're going to take that into account. How much? Who knows?
I mean, we do have to be clear. Is like they're pretty open that Fortnite cards sold out within 2 minutes.
Hmm.
Series 3 sold out from Panini in 2 minutes.
2 minutes, and
So
bro,
I don't
is
know.
if even think, okay, so let's even go here. Let's go on the second hand. Let's go resale. Blowout cards does, once again, they do this every year, but this year specifically, they do a sale for Black Friday. It drops to $74. Those things, it series 2 mega boxes jumped up to the top of the list in literally like 3 hours, bro. Like this is this is the type of things that we do as a hobby. Like it's just, I think we're unmatched when it comes to everybody moving in emotion. We It's like we put
With
dents in
how
there every
small
single
we are.
time. With how
With how
small we are.
small we are.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
And that freaking card pushing up every freaking idea. He
Listen,
said
all the
Ghost Ranger
ideas,
color match green refractor 99 PSA 10.
bro. Is Then you got to remember, Meowsco's really never had his true day. You know, it's skins like that that just never had their true moment. That it could definitely be here, bro.
Meowscles could be a sleeper. People could just not
Mhm.
be paying attention.
Isabella, Isabella,
Shh,
Isabel. What is
shh,
it?
shh, shh. Chill, chill,
Listen,
chill.
listen, bro. Yeah,
Don't be giving away anything that people might fly under the radar. You know what I'm saying? Not
listen.
yet.
That's a
Not
fact.
yet.
That's a fact.
There's a lot of
People,
skins that I don't talk about because they aren't cards yet, So I don't know.
yo, that
I
would
don't
be
know.
crazy. Yo, that would be crazy if they really leaned into the way the superhero skins are worn and do an all black suit. That'd be crazy. That would be dope. The
That would
all
be kind
black,
of
the all
crazy.
white suit. They can get
Is
as
it
creative
nothing
as they
flying under
want.
the radar this time? I
That's
don't
a
know.
fact, bro.
I don't. You don't know because people don't know what to list their cards for. They really
Hmm.
don't.
Hmm.
Stuff was Series 3 stuff was flying under the radar. Stuff is still flying under the radar, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it's in. Dang, bro. In S3 alone, like if in S3 alone, I think a lot of people have adapted to this. But even we talk about meme skins all the time. But Guff is one of those cards that's just like not exactly where I feel it should be just yet. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Guff is definitely a top
I
tier meme
I
skin.
think I think if a movie comes out and Guff is in it,
Yeah,
sales are gonna skyrocket for him. To be honest.
because to your
Uh,
point, yeah, go ahead.
real quick, Schwartz.
Hey,
The proto cards are part of our premium members. So if you want one, we have some left still. But you go to our website fortnitecards.com, go to Collectors Hub. If you become a premium member, you can then go to our supply drops, and it's free for our premium members. So you have to log in here. Um, so it's free for our premium members, but you have to be one. I think what is it, $8 a month. We
yeah,
have exclusive content, exclusive videos, so you can already find out what our next top 50 is going to be. We already
yeah,
finished those videos, so we do a lot of exclusive stuff there. So that's how you get the card and future stuff.
Yeah, the future stuff is gonna be pretty dope too. So yeah,
Oh
definitely, I
man,
definitely stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned.
I was like, I'm putting all this money, and it's like, man, I gotta save it to buy these new cards. But it's like,
Listen,
the community is what we're
the
working on too.
balance,
The
literally,
balance.
the balance is almost impossible for us.
Rob and I were working on so many creative ideas because we didn't know when the next cards were going to come out. So we had all
Mhm.
these ideas planned, and so now it's like we gotta keep going, man. We just
Yep.
gotta keep
Yeah, we
going.
gotta see it through now.
Luca
Someone
did
has a
drop 73 points. It's that was like I think at like halftime it was already at like 45.
wait. What you
And
mean tonight?
yeah, he broke
What,
his record. Yeah, he at like halftime it was like 40. It wasn't even
bro? What is
halftime
in
yet.
the
It
what
was
is in the
second
water?
quarter, and he was like 45. He's like, nah, they ain't gonna outdo me. He's like,
Yo,
I'm gonna drop something crazy.
that's crazy. Yo, so you got Joel Embiid dropped 70, Cat dropped six. What, Cat dropped 60 even, or was something in the
Oh, I didn't know
60s?
Cat dropped some
Yeah,
too.
Cat dropped 60.
I saw
Then
them beads.
even when Wimby lost against Embiid, but he still had like 33, and he definitely had a double double. I can't remember what his rebounds was. It's something in the water right now, man.
Yeah, it's got
That's
to
a
be
fact.
defense. People are not playing defense or something.
Bro, first of all, these players are like different now. Like, it was funny. I was watching Gilbert Arenas podcast Thursday, and they were talking about how like being like 6'3" is not going to be possible in the league in like 5 more years. Like, you got Shet, and then you have Wimby. They're naturally playing at 7 foot plus. Like, what is Wimby? 7'4"?
Seven
Seven
crazy.
seven
Like,
crazy. He's 7 crazy, right? He's
mm-hmm.
7, and then you got Shet, and all of these players that, bro, the hoop dreams for the 6'3" to 6'5" is gonna slowly doing. You're gonna be Chris Paul size looking out
Dude,
there and soon.
I remember having hoop dreams being like 5'8", still growing a little bit.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, man, looking at Allen Iverson, like maybe one day. No, not
yep.
anymore.
Booker
Booker
62 tonight.
62 tonight.
Yo,
Yeah,
they
they gotta start
snapping.
playing. They gotta start playing defense. That's got to
Yo,
be what it is. There's no way that
listen.
everyone's hitting. They're not playing defense.
But you and it I ain't trying to get yo, see, here's the thing, the way the floor is spaced out though, right? You have all these elite scorers. Even if you trap and deny ball, it's
They
still
still
two
hit it.
score. It's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
they still hit
It's
it.
impossible. Like the Thunder, they're stacked. They're about to be solid for the next 7
Real
years
quick,
easily.
for all those
Yeah,
people who hate on people who do sports or is like doing content creation, man, when Curry the ball when he dribbled and it hit his knee with one
yeah,
second to go and he lost
yeah,
it, I was
yeah.
looking at the comments. They were tearing Curry up like he is not like an all-time best.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
I
what
could
that's
not
what
believe it.
they do, bro.
Dude, like
Yes.
every single comment, thousands of comments saying he's washed, he's washed. I
Yeah.
was like, wow, guys, so fast, man. They jumped at that joint.
Man, listen, and that's because they call somebody told Luca that he seemed the other day they said he had a fan kicked out because he said that the fan said something like he looked tired and he need to get on the treadmill or something. Luca's like, all right, bet, I got you. Next game, I got you. Like, that's he responded, bro. And
That's how
yes,
Luca plays, man.
bro, Luca's a
Luca plays in
savage.
slow motion.
Luca's a
And he
savage.
brought that to the league. This is like this is how you play in slow motion. He plays that like the same he plays like kind of like Joker does too, just
Yeah,
like laid back. You can't stop them, but
yeah.
it's not like it's like they're like
But
super fast.
yeah, you can't forget about the slow-mo ones for sure. The two that come to mind is Paul Pierce and Joe Johnson. They game was super slow and they still was getting buckets.
I,
So
I
yeah.
I only remember Paul Pierce for one thing, and that's him on his podcast
Yeah.
admitting to the world that he crapped his pants. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that sits in my mind about Paul Pierce now.
Yeah,
Once
yo.
you let that out your mouth, once you put that
He's a
secret out
character,
there, it was
bro.
over, man. That
Yo,
was career
man.
ending.
But yes, Richard, Gilbert Arenas podcast. Only ones I need. I don't even need ESPN and all that no more. Give me Gilbert Arenas podcast and Pat McAfee, and I'm good. That's mine right there. I'm good on those two.
Man, I gave up trying to watch sports, and I just watch Instagram now. House of highlights, give me what I need, and that's it.
Yo, Pierce. Yeah, Pierce was
I
a
know. He's a true legend in the bathroom, but still.
yeah. I wasn't a fan of Paul Pierce or Kobe during their times, but the reason why is because I had to respect them because they was frying every one of my favorite players at that time, bro. So yeah, it's the respect level is high for them. But a player that I wish would have stayed healthy was Derrick Rose because he was about to
Oh,
ruin the
everyone
league,
does.
bro. Oh my
Everyone does.
god, bro.
Yeah,
Brandon Roy. Don't let me go deep in my basketball bag. I'm trying to chill, bro.
yeah, and
Crazy.
the crazy thing with like he's still good. People be
Mm-hmm.
acting like he's not good anymore, but like
Nah, yeah.
I think I remember he commented on one time like everyone wants him to be like what he was, and
It's
like
impossible.
without paying attention to who he is now. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. The league isn't good. We can't forget about Edwards, bro. Like he's been going crazy. The league is in good hands.
This is a good segue. There's a lot of football players, so I can't name them, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of football players that play Fortnite
Oh
and
yeah.
who are very like upfront about it and they talk about it.
Hmm.
There's basketball players too. Um,
So
I'm blanking on
so
some
you
of them.
got Cat that plays Fortnite. You have football wise is Sauce Gardner, Tyreek Hill,
Yeah,
uh
Tyreek Hill. That's the one I was thinking
then
of.
I mean LaMelo Ball, basketball wise. I mean all of matter of fact, I don't even have to just that generation that's between that 19 to 23, you could just bank that they're playing Fortnite pretty much.
Yeah, and like some of them played with like Ninja in them and like
Yeah.
with Drake and they were in it in that era where they were
Yeah.
playing with. So
100%.
a lot of them say that it's like that's what they do after when they get back to the
Mhm.
hotel room. They go and they play games, man. They play video games.
Bro, to Tyreek Hill, and I'm a Bills fan, so I'm usually not that. I just like personalities, but when I was watching Hard Knocks and Tyreek Hill, he injured his hand, bro, and the first thing he was like, "Dang, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be able to play Fortnite." Like, yo, I thought that was hilarious. Christian McCaffrey, dog. Oh my goodness,
dude, I'm telling you, people literally think that Fortnite's for kids. I
and it's
mean,
bro, it's not, bro. The people tripping.
it's like the age range is crazy.
Hmm.
But like some 7 to like 10 year olds think it's lame now.
Oh yeah, it's a different era. Yeah.
So like
Hmm.
some of the seven and like some a lot of them are still playing, but there's another group that think it's lame in that 7 to 10, 7 to 12 age,
Hmm.
which means that these 3 million players are going to be older kids,
Hmm.
which is amazing for us as a hobby
Yeah.
because the older they get, the more closer they get to collectibles and cards.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And that's and
getting
that
excited.
even that older even the kids at that age range, that's the stigma of them going to school. And if they're saying it at school, they're not going to play that. It's going to be interesting to see when they come into their own thought process and their own mind, which is usually how it happens.
And then once we get to like shows and movies, so like I keep thinking about like One Piece, right? How popular One Piece game is right now,
Hmm.
and it's like that's all shows, that's all content for people to watch, and we haven't even started that yet.
Yeah.
We have like
Yeah.
all this fan base, and we haven't
Hmm.
even gotten to the shows and the movies, which Fortnite has the most amazing base where
Hmm.
that can go huge in any direction. It's
Yep.
not like all these other movies where it's gonna be like people's like, how you can do a Super Mario movie? That seems complicated. They still figured
Hmm.
that out and did $1 billion.
Yeah.
Fortnite can go in many different directions. It's not linear like
Hmm.
all these other ones. Like Zelda, you have to follow the story probably, right? Same thing
Hmm.
with Mario and stuff like that. I think Fortnite is gonna do amazing things
Yeah.
in the media
Yeah.
realm once we get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how they I think they might, man. I'll hold off on that one, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the trajectory of that because, like, I even think about Fortnite can kind of they can do things where now they have true episodes and things like that connecting things like different worlds the way we dealt with Marvel and stuff. I think they're going to do that with anime, bro. I think they're really going to go head over heels on the anime side. It does too well across the board. Anything anime that drops in Fortnite does well, extremely well,
So
and it's just going
I'm
to be
glad you
crazy.
said this. I'm glad you said
Hmm.
this because people were talking about like if they do a show, we don't want it live action, and
Yeah.
some people were saying like cartoon. It's like no, Fortnite
Hmm.
needs to do their own anime. And if you look at what Riot did with Arcane, that's kind of
Hmm.
considered like anime, and
Right.
that's the direction they want to go because anime is geared towards adults,
Yep.
right? Kids and adults, and anime has actual storytelling and deep story versus the cartoons, which is a little bit more lighter.
Yeah.
So if they do the animated version, I'm shooting for anime, not cartoon.
Yeah.
Movie, I mean, they can do. I'm cool with live action too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like they can knock it out of the park for that. But I'd be 100% down for an animated movie.
Yeah. They they
or
can do
show.
like we said, they can do whatever they want and pull it off very well. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
That you guys talking about Zion. Now, you guys want to talk about like cards exploding. Like
Yeah.
when Zion came out, everyone was buying their cards, and I was just watching like, man, y'all just jumped on that hype train. Y'all just
Yeah. You see, I my thing is this, like when Zion came in, I thought he had great talent, but the talent he played in high school was just not up to par compared to the rest of that draft class, in my opinion. And then somebody that heavy, no matter if he cuts weight or not, somebody that heavy being able to jump that high, it's like your gift is a curse. Like him being able to have those bunnies like that,
mm-hmm.
it kills the knees. And then you put my man's in New Orleans, bro. What are you gonna do? Like the food there, bro? I'm like, y'all set my man's up for failure, bro. Like that is crazy. Him getting drafted to New Orleans, he can't do nothing with that. Like he was on a podcast and he's like, bro, it's just eating, bro. Like he's young, but I mean, a player like that, he has to get to like Zion has to get to like 265, bro. He has to. He has to get to like 265 to have the career that he's supposed to have because the talent is there. He just has to
The
balance out
talent is
his
definitely there.
yeah.
It's just like it seems like he doesn't. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me
Yeah.
about Kobe talking about how great Shaq could be.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Kobe used to always talk about. He said, "Look, like he used to be pissed off because like if Shaq put in half the effort that Kobe put in, he'd be the best
Hmm.
player of all time."
Hmm.
That's what he
Yep.
used to say. And
Yeah.
like I don't think, and I don't pay attention too much, but it doesn't seem from what I've seen that Zion puts in that type of work, that
Yeah.
kind of Kobe that Kobe work. So
No, I mean even a standard top tier athlete type work in the league, it's hard for him to get to. And I'm not saying we don't know what he does behind closed doors. Well, no pun intended. But yeah,
as
you
JT as
yeah,
DJ
yeah, you get what I mean. But you get what I mean. But workout wise, dang, that don't work either. Anyway, screw it. Y'all get what I mean. You get what I mean.
Yo,
Screw
come for Fortnite.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
we're not even talking about LeBron. He's like one of the only ones that are in freaking Fortnite with his skin.
Exactly, yo. But yeah, you get what I mean.
Interesting enough, Tops. Whoa,
Yeah,
Tops.
chill on that. Man, go ahead.
Tops signed LeBron to sign the cards.
They did.
So LeBron is gonna be signing with Tops.
Listen, now you shooting for the moon.
LeBron has a Fortnite skin. They're all under Tops, and Tops can
Uh,
do the auto. What if we get LeBron signed cards of his skin?
Listen, I'm not saying it can't happen. It's a long shot, but it's
It's
under the
nuts
same
because they
umbrella.
have the
It's
NBA. Like
mm,
it would be a good way to bring that hobby in. If they do a LeBron skin signed by LeBron,
yeah,
and then they advertise it to the NBA people as well,
yeah.
that could be insane.
I mean, it is there. It's there for sure for them to take it. If they take it, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yo, dude, I'm telling you, man. Guys,
He said, "I think we going to Pluto with that."
yo, guys, I'm telling you, there's so many ways they can do this right
Yo,
that they do it wrong. It's going to be the biggest L. It really is. There's so many ways they can do this right.
yo, my goodness.
I mean, we're talking they could do skin codes, boom, to
Hmm.
the moon. You know,
Yeah,
LeBron auto, boom, to the
to
moon.
Pluto.
You know, yeah, to Pluto, you know, it don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, yeah,
He said, all right, gloves going back on,
yeah.
keep it up. All right,
Let's
Lane.
go. Appreciate you, Lane.
Dude, I'm
Yo,
telling
man.
you. That's kind of how I feel. Like gloves back on for me. I need to get out there and start buying some cards,
Some
you
buying
know.
some cars, bro.
This is not
It's
investment advice. I'm just saying I really want some more cards in my collection.
yeah, nah, it's isn't it funny that it's not like you took your foot off the pedal, but it's like a comfort zone of like, I can get that back. They're like, oh shoot, hold on.
No,
Let
to be
me,
completely honest, every time I sell or give away a card, a little piece of me dies inside. So
yeah,
it's like
that's it.
every time I sell one, it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to get that one back. Add it to my watch list every time.
No, JT, for
Stop. That'd be
real.
crazy. That would be crazy. If you guys don't know about the Taco Tuesday and LeBron, man, that'd be kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, selling
Mm-hmm.
cards is the worst, man. It's like
Yeah.
I can't. That's why
That
I can't do. I can't do it.
It
I don't
only
know.
doesn't.
I
It
appreciate
only
the
doesn't
people who go to
suck when.
shows and do it. It's just I
Yeah.
can't. I do it when I have to,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
It only doesn't suck when, for me personally, I'm talking about. It only doesn't suck for me when I'm able to pull off selling my bottom end cards for a higher level
See,
card for
that's
my collection.
because you think
Listen,
so strategically with your
because
collection.
it hurts selling cards, bro. That
Yeah,
joint
it
hurt.
does. It
It
does.
hurts too bad.
I'm like the guy who shoots like from the hip and it's like buy 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 buy, and then something happens like oh shit
And
sell
then
sell
you
sell
then you
sell.
realize
Oh,
2 minutes later you got shot in the rib. Like, oh
and,
shoot, bro.
I might get a freelance client here, get some money. It's like buy 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 buy, and then it's like
Duh.
oh snap, where did this come from? Sell sell sell. Dang. I wish I was like you though,
Listen,
man. You be planning. I like it how you plan. I like
only
your
thing
whole
is, but the only thing is it's slow. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
But
very
that's
slow. Yeah.
it's like but that's how you should with collecting. Is that's the
Yeah.
best way to win. It's
Yeah.
like the fastest way to get there is by going slow.
Listen,
Because if
it's
you know what I mean, if you go
mm-hmm.
fast, you're gonna end up having to sell. If you overextend
Yeah.
yourself, you sell, and then you're back to the spot. So
Yeah.
going slow is definitely the best way.
Cause we was
Um,
talking about it. This was something we talked about separately. We was like, yo, listen, if it's the cards that I want, I'm cool with pulling off 3 to 5 major cards this year. Like if it's the cards that I want and it's cards that I really want in my collection, yeah, I'm cool with that. In that case, if I can't find those, then just buying cards that I know is great for trade and stuff like that, and then going to tackle them. But either way, yeah, we definitely gotta get back on that for sure.
I mean, for me, I'm glad I have my favorite series one's card,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite series two card.
Mm-hmm.
I no longer don't have my favorite series three card. I have to get that back.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know if that's true. Series three is hard for me because
Yo, the mixed emotions. Go ahead, talk.
Galaxia is a sweet ass card,
Uh-huh.
and it's by far the best looking card in Series three, in my opinion.
Okay.
And so I have that card. So like Series one, Series two is obvious. Like Gold Trooper is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Series two, Aura is my favorite, and then
Yeah.
Hush is close second. I have
Yeah.
both those cards, right? Series three, I don't know. It's like there's so
So
many.
you saying your number one is not obvious in series three?
It's not. No, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I
Like
feel
it's
you.
very clear for me in Series one and Series two, but
Mm-hmm.
like I have the complete gold set for like Hut the double agent set.
Yeah.
Having that in a tin is something I wanted for sure.
No,
So I
no,
have that.
that's dope.
That's sweet. And then Galaxia's up there, but like Focus, Elite Agent. There's just so many.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Focus is probably skin wise. Focus is up there.
Yeah.
So I need to get a Focus back.
No, that blue card too is dope.
Yeah, if you guys
All those
actually,
cases. Those cases. The prices are no, I feel you on that, Kyrie. No, that does look good. Hold on. Hold on. What is it? This one? Yeah, that
like
no,
that card.
that pose is fire, bro.
This has got to be one of my favorite. This, and I mean, I wear the skin too. I love the skin.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that the pose and crossing the Fortnite logo, yeah, that's a dope one.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Definitely visually. Yeah.
Number one
Tops
is this.
Chrome Fortnite would be amazing. I mean, the more I look at tops, the more I get excited. The only thing is like Fortnite's so unique, and since it's all designed characters, they have all the sources for it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
photography. It's not a movie. There's
Yeah,
less they have to create for the cards. Means the possibilities are almost endless.
yeah,
So like,
and
it's really up to them. Like, how creative do they want to be?
it's crazy because what happens? See, we might still have a little bit of an opportunity there because if this drops in the thick of sports dropping as well, it's gonna get the proper marketing, but it might go under the radar for a second. And if that's the case, that's never bad for us. But I think the new collectors coming in, if it gets the proper marketing, is gonna be the thing, and that's gonna
I'm,
be interesting.
if you guys want me to be completely honest with you, for the podcast and for the community, I hope it explodes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, as personally collecting, I hope it doesn't yet. Like I
We
was
all
talking
feel
with
that.
people, I was like, dude, I actually don't want it to explode yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wouldn't mind having more time, and
Yeah.
I know we've had a lot of time, but like I feel like it just started to
Put it
get
this
too
way.
real.
So if y'all pay attention to before I had Lux in my collection, how uncomfortable I looked. If there happens to be a Lux in the set, my anxiety is gonna go, bro. I can't process that. Like, and then like for instance, let's say the checklist comes out and and like I see Lux on there, right? And then you see 101 out of 5, I'm gonna be like, yo, it's just my mind's gonna start moving. Then I feel like I have to pull myself back from doing something dumb, which we talked about, like me, you, and Kyrie was talking about, like, yo, you can't just be pulling the trigger on the original sets to get, the original top sets and stuff like that. So I would have to think through a lot of things if Lux ends up being in this set.
So are you
It's
would have to be like, no, I'm not buying all these hobby boxes. I'm not ripping. I'm
yeah,
piling up cash for when someone hits that Lux. Is that
yeah,
what you're
and
doing?
yeah, because do it even matter? Am I even gonna be able to afford that? Like it's a 101, bro.
One
Like
of
it's like
10, maybe,
one
I don't
that's
know.
different. Yeah, one of
One of
10,
one,
yeah, out of 5, I can possibly deal with that.
I don't know.
One of one,
One out of five might be kind of hard.
that might
That
be
might,
hard too.
that might be
It's
kind of
like,
hard.
bro, is that so? That's gonna be the fight there. Yeah, man, it will be exciting at the same time, but yeah, that's gonna be crazy. And like we said, if everything's back on the table, Lux is not gonna be the only one. It's gonna be probably 20, 30 skins that I'm gonna have to have. Now I'm not talking about 101 wise, but just how that falls in there. Do I have to
When
have the out of 10, out of 5? That's the question.
when Topps does a set, do they do so they'll have the full set of skins that they're doing this set? Do they do a 1-of-1 for each of those usually?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Does
I
anybody
won't
know
even lie.
who does Topps?
Yeah.
So like, let's say if they do it for like a baseball,
hmm
do they do 1-of-1s for each of the players that they have in the set?
Cause I think so. Yeah, I don't even know on that. I know that on like the because I know it's some situations like where it's like the rookie 101s and stuff like that, but I don't know. Somebody usually
EJK
okay.
said, yeah, they said that usually, yeah. So that means I think Lux is a high possibility. I mean, if you think
I
about it, but
no,
there's so
I
many crazy 1-of-1 cards then at that point.
yeah. I mean, see, I don't have to worry about people like Wayne because Wayne's not doing anything to. I mean, he's not a problem until he gets pilly. They, once he gets
He's
pilly,
like,
then
Wayne's
then
going after
yeah,
Peely.
yeah. Once he gets pilly and Renegade Raider, that's when you got to worry about him just stacking up. And then got the MCs and stuff of the world. But yeah, yeah, it's nothing to hide. Y'all know what I would be going after. So
We
that's
haven't even talked inserts, guys, because Panini didn't have any inserts.
none.
And please, if you guys are listening, loading screens as like numbered inserts would be insane.
JT would go
Lo-
crazy because JT's an art guy too. So that would be
loading
nuts for him.
screen inserts, please. I don't in hollow and whatever you guys want to put it in, please.
See, and Takari's and MC's point, and we were talking about this as well.
Mm,
That's off the no. That's I'm not even gonna lie. Even for Lux, that's off the table for me. I would just have to miss out because S1 showers, bro. Even S2 cracked ice. I mean S2 cracked ice may be different, but we don't know what the spike in price will be.
I
You
don't
know what I
know,
mean?
guys.
Think about this,
I don't
right?
have
So
very many Series 1 shards anymore.
yeah,
So it'd be like my Gold Trooper. Am I trading a Series 1 Cracked Ice Gold Trooper for the 1-of-1 Pink Gold Trooper? Yes. I think so, depending on the design.
and
If
then
it's if it's 1-of-1,
see, here's the thing though. If based off of what we're talking about, right? This assuming this is going the way we're talking, Panini's all those prices is up. All those prices up. So
this
now a PSA 8 Gold Trooper might
I don't
be
I agree,
3x the
Jason.
price.
I agree. They tripped in. Y'all are trading Series 1 shards for that Renegade Raider 1-of-1. Y'all are doing it. I'm telling you. I'm doing it.
But which ones though? Because it's not like for instance, okay, like let's say my collection, right? Let's go with jump shot triple threat. Nobody's doing that for a Renegade. It gotta be top tier. You know what I mean? And I'm not I'm not gonna trade a drift or a Omega for a Renegade Raider 101 out of tops. It's not happening. There's no way. And I think the card is great, but it's just not happening.
Like I said, but with the Pink Gold Trooper holder, would he trade for
That's
my Series 1?
that's
No,
that's
that's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying. I
saying.
think the
Like
1-of-1s of this cards, I think you have to trade a lot for those
you
1-of-1s. And
would,
guess
yeah.
what? I'm down. I'm down to do it. To be
No, you're
honest.
not, bro. It's
I'm
not.
down to do it.
No, you're
No,
not. You think, bro? So wait,
it
you telling
depends on
me?
the A one of one. The only one to
No,
have that card.
no, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Listen, you telling me you gonna collect Panini for 5 years? Let's say this is 7 years at this time, five and a half, six, right? And then you gonna erase all of that for the 101 of tops?
Yes,
No way. It's no way. It's
dude,
no way. It's no
dude.
way, bro.
If there's a pink ghoul trooper, one of one,
I feel you. I feel
I'm
you.
trading for that joint. I don't care if I
So
if I
you putting your aura on the block?
yes for the one of one. If they'll take it, yes.
Now,
And
but you
then
gotta under
and
but
then as soon as I do that, I'm
soon as you
hitting
do
up
that, what?
I'm hitting up somebody I know. Hey, can I buy an aura from you?
That's a good play. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a strong sympathy play. I give you that one. I give you that
I was
one.
like, there's only one of these. I know some people that have some. You know what I'm saying? I'll
That
take a
is the case.
seven.
That's the
Look,
case.
look,
I'll
I'll
give you
trade
that.
my 10, go buy a seven. You know what I'm saying? And then have a one of one pink gold trooper. I'm happy.
But to your point though, okay, so we have to use an example. Let's say what did we just see? Let's use two examples. We seen Aura sell for 1700, right? 1700 plus, and we seen Dyer sell for 1700 plus, right?
Mhm.
The thing is, if these are doing what they're doing, if people are considering trading crystal shards for one of ones, that means these prices of S1 crystal shards and cracked
Okay,
dice has
okay.
skyrocketed.
All right,
Like
listen, listen. I like where everyone's going with this. Okay. Um, Look, the rookie out of 10, PSA 10. I mean, so versus like his third year one of one, right?
yeah,
I agree. I'm not trading my crystal shard aura for the tops version of aura. Hell no. Pink Gold
I
Trooper
feel
was
you.
not in any of the
No, I
sets.
feel you. I feel what you're
That
saying.
that that's where it comes from. So it's very skin dependent. Renegade Raider also not in any of the sets besides Reloaded, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a fire looking card besides the prototypes. So that's another candidate.
I yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
That's where it gets crazy is those kinds of conversations. So I don't know.
No, and I'm not, and I agree with you. I'm not, because I'm not saying, what I'm not saying is, I'm not saying that I wouldn't trade any crystal shards, but if you think you're going to get into the Omega drift part of my collection, you're out your mind. Like, it's not because, and see, like what David just said right here, don't hold on to that. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah. I don't. We don't know that
that,
that's true.
yeah, we don't know
If
that
it
that's
stayed
true.
how it is, yeah. But
It's
if
hard now. It's
yeah, it's
hard.
hard
It's
now.
hard. It's hard now. Like, if so, for instance, let's just use an example for anybody's collection. Let's use a common card. If you have, I don't have this in your collection, in my collection, and you don't have it in your collection. Let's say okay, let's say a Dark Bomber PSA 10. Let's say kind of
Yep.
high mid tier, right?
Hmm.
High tier. If you let that go right now, it's a possibility. Even if you have the funds, people aren't letting that go for you to even get it back in your collection. So what
Price
happens
is
now that
high. Price is high.
price
It just doesn't
aside,
show up. It
just
doesn't show up.
scarcity
Yep.
wise.
Hmm.
So if these cards are well made and there's one on ones and there's all of these things going on and people are trading crystal shards for one on ones, those prices are going to look a lot different than they do now. So getting that back, I don't know. It's interesting. Is it is it so is it worth the risk? Now, Dylan does have a good point though that I do want to bring up. Relationships and knowing what people have does go a long way in these scenarios. Because what Dylan is saying, if you do know people that have an abundance of a card or have been collecting a card and you have a good relationship with them, you might be able to make a crazy move and then get back into it. But it's a relationship based hobby, man. It really is. And
And then
that's
they'll be like, yo, how did you get that? How did you get that card? It's like, don't worry
yo,
about that. Don't worry about that part.
yeah, listen. But to your point though, Renegade, I mean, we would be lying. Like a Renegade Raider one of one, and if it's a super fractor, dang, bro, that's crazy. That's nuts. Pingu Trooper
Collect
as well. I feel that. The Pingu Trooper as
just
well. That's
just think how unique everyone's collections are gonna be. Everyone's collections are gonna be very different now. It's gonna
it
be very
is.
unique.
But think about how scarce it is now. So, for instance, think about it on a weekly basis. We go over recent pickups. We're championing like this is not a unique card that we've never seen. It's not a scarce card. Like somebody gets a Drift PSA 10. I'm just saying that because that's a card that I recently acquired last year that I enjoy. I see that PSA 10 and it looks crazy to me because we just know how often they don't pop up. But to Dylan's point, when these cards come out, the collections and the recent pickups is gonna be all over the place.
We won't know what they
it's
look like.
yeah, it's gonna
It's
be insane, bro.
it might be listed there, right? The one of
Yeah.
one this, but we won't have seen it yet till it drops. You know what I'm saying? You know how crazy that's gonna be?
Another question is this, right? Let's pick three. What three cards, right, is gonna make the price of the boxes drop once they're pulled? Like hypothetically speaking, so we're talking about them. Like, is I think
Okay,
Renegade Raider alone would make it drop pretty because that's what happens.
I
What's gonna be the
look.
chase card?
That's what happens in sports.
Yeah,
I think Fortnite is unlike any other
that's a good
IP.
point. That's a good
And I
point.
said this before. I said Fortnite is perfect for cards because the fan base for each skin is so wide.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people in love with, and it's not like everyone wants to. It's not just one great player, and you
Yeah,
know what I mean. It's not just five great players. You know, there's going to be like 20 to 50 great skins, and there's going to be like 10 amazing skins. But then the rest are going to be really good skins. There might be a few that like no one cares about, right?
yeah,
So I think that the prices are going to be pretty hard to it's gonna be pretty hard to argue against it. Like it's gonna take a while for every single one of one to get pulled.
yeah. No, Jason, he will. Oh, for AP, for one. Well, it depends. I guess it depends for you which one on one. Oh, he's talking to Kyrie. My bad.
I mean,
That's true.
you guys are so much into the hypothetical
I love it.
they,
Right.
mindset. Like it's hard to track, but like I'm not. See, the Renegade Raider is crazy. I mean, I'm pretty much trading anything for the Renegade Raider.
But yeah, Renegade Raiders are different. That's a different conversation. Like because once that's in the right hands, it's gone. Like if so, like if they like, because if it's like okay, I see what Dylan collects. I heard the conversation. If that person reaches out to you first, right?
Hmm.
You have to take that whatever
You
it
have
takes because soon as
whatever
it's
it
opened up to
takes.
the world, it's over.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like you have to think about like what's gonna make your collection like amazing, and having some of those ones of ones are gonna be crazy.
JT, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I think it's interesting because I do think once those one-on-one pops up, people are going to change up real
It's
quick. People will,
verified one of one.
yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like oh, the guys on the podcast said there's only 100 of these made. You
Right,
know,
right.
it's gonna be one of one. You know,
But to see, and it all depends on people's uh possibilities too. Because to be honest, for me, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a Drift and Omega back. So those are legit off the list. Like Lux,
that's
Drift,
true.
Omega, they're off the list for one on ones. I don't care. Like it's everything else could possibly go, but those three right there is not. It's just not happening. It's no way. It's no way. I couldn't do it because then it's like, yeah, I got this one on one, but now I know I
So
had this card in my collection already, unless the price is ridiculous. But even then, I can't get it back, and I want it in my collection. It's hard, bro. I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
don't
I'm
know.
going. We might see some crazy things, man. Because I think I'm trading, man. I think I like
The,
the unique pieces. So like I've got the art that are one of ones, and I really love those.
I will say this though. The only one would be Lux for me. Lux, I would for a one-on-one Lux, I'll start all over with, but I'm keeping my Lux Crystal Shard though. It will be Lux and then
Yeah,
the Lux
yeah,
one-on-one.
yeah, yeah.
Then I'll start over. I will say that. For a one-on-one Lux, I definitely give up the bag on that one.
It's and you know it's hard. The whole rookie thing is hard with this, right? It's I mean, there's a lot of skins that could be their first card.
You want to know why it's not hard? Let me tell you why. Because if somebody pulls the one-on-one aura and you have the series 2 cracked ice PSA 10, that rookie conversation gonna come up. You're gonna be like,
Oh no,
well,
of course,
yeah.
yeah. But if they pull the fresh aura and it's one of one,
Oh yeah, that's a completely different card though.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. That's a
That's
that's a completely different card for
but
sure.
in sports it wouldn't be. It would be their. It wouldn't be their. It would still be their second year. That's why I say it's a
Yeah.
difficult conversation because if it's a different version of the skin,
Mhm.
you know, it opens up a whole
Because
new conversation because that's the one I rock the most.
well, but to that point, that's legit a different skin because it's not charming or it's not the winter style or that is a legit different skin in that
Yes.
term. So
but
yeah,
it's
so
still
yeah,
aura. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like,
yeah, it
so
is,
you get
it
some people.
is.
I have the rookie. I was like, no,
Yeah,
I've got fresh aura, man.
yeah, no, it's that like because I think of stuff like this. Like we talked about the, people said the pump. I want the Mintiacs, bro. I want the Mintiacs in
Oh
there.
yeah, the
That's the
Minty X would be
one. The
cool.
Mintiacs would be dope. All of that. Yeah,
Yeah, if it's a
exactly.
different skin, it's in a different conversation. So
Yeah,
we're mainly talking about skins that have already come before. We're not
right.
trading. We're not trading the Black Knight Shard for the Black Knight 101. That's what we're saying.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Are you
yes.
sure?
I'm not sure because I don't got it, but I'm not sure. But to be honest though, I really would not. I don't know, bro. I don't.
So it's gonna
I
depend on
don't.
how fire the card looks, I
But
think.
I'll be honest, I'm not giving up a Black Knight Crystal Shard for a Black Knight 101 for one reason though. For one reason, I do think that is the face of the original hobby. And that is even Pilly in that instance. Those are too hard to give up. Like if you
But
give up a
all right,
Pilly or
let's talk
BK,
money. Let's talk
yeah,
money,
let's
okay?
talk money. Yes.
Let's
Not
talk money.
financial advice.
Not offensive advice. This is just
Yeah.
hypotheticals, right? I'm just curious.
I love this
And
conversation, by the way.
so let's say there's how many Black Knight? Let's say there's 7 huge people with Black Knight shard collections, right?
Yes.
All right. And this drops. They've got
Hmm.
the money, right? They all want that card. They're
Hmm.
not going after another Black Knight shard. They want the one of one. It's going to be worth more than the Black Knight shard. They're going to pay more for
Um,
that than they would a PSA 10 Black Knight.
for sure, because they have, yeah, yeah, for sure, yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. I got a flip for you though, and I know you're not a big Black Knight fan, right? But possibly, here's the other side of it: are you giving up a Black Knight 101 for a Black Knight Crystal Shire PSA 10 in cash?
Am I giving
So,
them the Black Knight
so,
one?
so you put a Black Knight 101, and somebody reaches out to you and they offer you a Black Knight. Think about this, and they offer you a Black Knight.
This is what it's gonna take, right? I'm gonna try to act like I'm Randy right now, okay? All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna if I'm Wayne and Randy, okay? And so it's like, you want this Black Knight one of one? All right, I'm gonna need a Black Knight and a Red Knight and this, and this. It's gonna
Hmm.
take a huge deal just to pull that
Right.
over. And if I'm the one of one, maybe, but it's gonna be difficult. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna need one more thing. The Black Knight one of one is gonna have the upper hand.
But so what you're saying is that I feel you, but what you're saying is you would not just give up. Like, let's say it was hypothetically speaking, let's say it was Black Knight PSA 10, 3K cash. You're not doing that?
With the Black Knight one of one, no.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think it's worth more than that.
Interesting. I'm just asking. I mean, for me, because I get what you're saying. It's more leverage in that. Like
You
you
have
gonna
so
have
much more
to,
leverage with that one of
yeah.
one, and
Hmm.
there's gonna be a lot of Black Knight collectors that are gonna want that card. Um,
But
yeah, I definitely think it's gonna take.
I don't
I
know if I
mean,
can leave that on the table though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like it, and I know it's weird for people that do have BKs. Like for instance, like the MCs that have 3 BKs, and people that have BKs already, it may be different. For somebody like me that wants a BK and I don't have one, if I get a BK 101 super refractor, this is hypothetically speaking, y'all. This is crazy talk, right? I don't know if I can leave the table without getting a the OG PSA 10 BK and cash on top. I think it's unique. I don't know what the right answer is. I just don't know if I can walk away from
the
that.
leverage is crazy on the one of one BK.
But here,
It's gonna be crazy.
yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. I feel this, Jason. I really do because it's about for me. It's about am I going to be able to get it though? It can come back up in 5 years and I still can't afford it then. You know what I
If you
mean?
have
So
the Black Knight one of one, you can
yeah,
sell it eventually to get you a Black Knight. I'm telling you, it's
for
like
sure. Yeah, it's one card. The leverage is there. I feel you. Um, and I think it would be a disservice because it's you're playing two different worlds here. So you got the new era Black Knight one of one, and then you have the OG era where you know that this is like, dang, bro, that's interesting. I don't know. Like I like the conversation because I don't have a
it's
a
gonna be
definite
one of those
answer.
hard trades. Like I
Yeah.
like I don't do trades very often. It's so hard for me to do a trade. Like
Yeah,
it's like really really hard. Um,
yeah.
because like it takes money out of it, and then it's like it really feels like I'm getting something rid of my collection for something else. So it really hurts for some reason. Like it's easier just to sell when I need money.
Is
And
that that's crazy. I can't, bro. I can't process that because that sounds. It seems crazy to me. For I understand it's a BK 101, but it seems crazy to me not taking the OG set PSA 10, clean PSA 10 in cash.
it had to be more cash than 3K. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. I just
I
like
feel
that
it. No,
one
I
that
know.
that one
I
of that
know.
one of one
Yeah,
thing is gonna be crazy.
because here's
Now,
the thing.
especially with how early it is.
Hmm.
Okay, because it's the first set of tops, one of one. Like if this was the fifth year of tops and they have another Black Knight one of one, no. But that first year, one of one tops,
Hmm. Dang. I'm just thinking I'm lost in it because this is a good point too that Jason is saying. Yeah, it's not every year. It's the
yeah.
first year. It's not. But who? The thing is, we just don't know how it's gonna play out. Because
I no, I think there's gonna be too many skins and too many variations of skins for them to play them out the same way every year. Um, so it's not like you're gonna like if you look at like the NBA and stuff, right? A
hmm
lot of the league is the same from year to year. Like you either
yeah,
stick with the league or you don't, you know.
hmm
So that's why they get many ones of ones. But with Fortnite, the amount of skins they release each year is
hmm
kind of crazy. You know, they can
yeah,
replace the whole roster if they want to.
yeah. This is I'm looking. I'm combining these because Black
Thank
Ash said.
you.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think that is being in the hobby long enough, having experience, having cards, exchanging cards, that you lose sight of what it really is, because that is the OG card. That's the card. Even if, and I mean, yeah, you possibly could get it back with the leverage of what you have in your collection. But I'm talking about from my experience and how I collect. I don't like those. I still want. I don't care what comes
So
out in the future. I still want the BK Crystal Shard.
here's the thing. I think Fortnite is so unique. It's not like Pokemon where like this the Charizard is the card. That's the card. I don't
Right?
think Fortnite is actually going to be like that.
It's not.
I think it's going to be more like sports. There is no one card,
No, it's
right?
not.
And I think that the one of one Black Knight shard is definitely worth at least two Black Knight shards. I'm,
That's crazy
I'm
to me. That's crazy to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get it. I get Tops is coming out fresh, but because, like, so for instance, there's tons of one-on-one, like there's tons of, I'll go with this card because I think he has more cards. I'll use Kobe again. The Kobe Green PMG that's out of 10, and then the even that's the ones that's out of 90, the red PMGs, and then there's one of ones there's out of 10s that's that is prominently a part of major sets. But that's the Kobe PMG though. Like, and that's where it kind of gets different to me, because yeah, it may be 50, yeah, it may be 60 BKs, but do you have one? And are you willing to give up the opportunity to have one for the BK one of top set? I mean, of course, a lot of people may be, and some people have BKs in their collections and it don't feel the same way anymore. But for some people, that may not be the case. It's a whole bunch of people in this hobby right now that will never see a BK. Never. And
That's
they've
true.
always wanted it. And now you have an opportunity
And
from the
there'll be
original
even more
set.
people who have never seen the one of one.
I mean, yeah, but it's for sure. I think it's no wrong answer. I think both is right. I will not agree with Black Ash on this. I'm not giving up two BK shards for one-on-one tops BK. I feel them, but that's not that is it's just no way happening. I think financial leverage is the thing. The collector in me, it feels weird. What you can do with that is different. To your point, the leverage you have with that is kind of crazy. I don't know. That's interesting.
And I
That
know we're all getting ahead of ourselves because we don't know if they're doing numbered cards yet. We're just like
yeah,
super excited.
yeah.
Um, I think the
I think we have the right to have these hypotheticals.
oh,
We've
I
waited.
definitely have the right, and we have to figure out like how are we going to think through this? How important this is going
Yeah,
to be? And I think there's going to be a lot of strategy changes. Like the way that
mm-hmm.
we collect now may not be the same way that we collect going forward, guys.
100%.
And like we're going to be here trying to figure this out too. So, I mean, crazy conversation. Do you want to go through the pickups?
Yeah, we can do that. No, I love this conversation because I like that. I just love that the two sides of it because it is a at the end of the day you can't get past that it's a BK 101. You can't go past that. JT just gonna be spectating on the side. He gonna be picking up his original art. Just chilling. I feel you, bro.
I don't know, JT. If they put some art cards in there, man, some one of one art pieces, I'm trying to tell you.
Richard, right? Richard, we got to stretch that joint. That conversation. I mean, first of all, we're doing this anyway. Me and Dylan, these are the type of random conversations we have in the first place. So y'all just kind of entering into it.
Dude, I've had this conversation in my head a million times already. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when was our last.
Great point, Jason. Great point. It's hard, bro. I feel you, Jason. It is no. I just know for myself, it will be a very. It would not be an easy decision for me. I'll be honest.
You want me to just scroll through these, or you want to talk to them?
We could talk. Yeah, we could talk. I mean, well, I think first of all, I love that lineup of the weapon cards. So that's dope. David, I believe this is a error. I think these are error cards. That
Oh
David
yeah,
has
yeah.
right
Come
here.
down. We'll talk about
Yeah.
this. If you guys are not in the Discord yet, just head to FortniteCards.com. So you just go to FortniteCards.com. You'll see this beautiful homepage here, and you
Yeah.
just go to Collectors Club, and you can join the Discord here. Now, Rob and I we've been trying to keep the community open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're gonna with how things happen. I don't know what you guys want. Do you guys want it to be like invite only? So let me know either in the Discord or in the
Yeah.
chat. Like, do you want me to keep it open to the public so we can get as many people into it as possible, or do you guys want to start just doing invite only, where like you have to get invited by a member to get in? Different ways to do it. And before I go all the way through these, I did add rules and a code of conduct here, and this may change a little bit. But with this new era coming in, I know a lot of us. I know a lot of people who have been in and out of the Facebook group. Some who got kicked out because they made they got in an argument with somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
it got heated, and so they just got kicked out. I'm friends with some people and friends with other people, and I want the hobby to grow. I want everyone to feel comfortable posting and chatting. So please respect each other. No offensive content. Um, if I feel like, even if it's not in the Discord or anything else, if
Mm-hmm.
I feel like parts of our hobby are being targeted and
Yep.
they feel uncomfortable to comment, that's not inclusive. So I might have to end up kicking people. I really don't want to do that. So I'll start with banning, or like we'll do like a warning. But please read this, and let's try to keep it friendly. Um, I really don't want to like burn bridges and things like that, but you know, we've already gotten to like over 40 people in the Discord, so it's growing really fast. So I just want to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that we're all being polite to each other. All
Yep.
right. Sorry for that little disclaimer
Yeah.
there.
Warfighter, only if we have a silent moment for the Eagles first. We can definitely have one for the Bills.
Oh man, there's so many. Why was it updating here?
There we
2020. Oh,
go.
here we go.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Weapons. I mean, those man, clean, bro. Clean
He
right
said you were
there.
wondering why there was a code of conduct thread. I had to let people know. It was like, if let's keep it inclusive here. Just in case. I didn't want people just thinking, why am I getting banned? All right,
Yeah.
this is dope. I really love the pump. I need to get some
Yeah.
more. I need to get a hollow. I have the Italy shard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll ever get a USA shard unless I pull a 101 to trade for it.
There you go.
Now
But you
this was
wouldn't. You wouldn't do that though.
let's look at this
Or
card.
it changes for that way.
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna
But
depend on
Dylan,
the
it's a one
card.
on one though. It's a 1-on-1, bro. What you need the crystal shard for, right?
Anyway, we have this card, which is really dope. I love these error cards where the back and the front are different skins.
Yeah.
Even better if it's like the counter skin. So if you got like Skull Trooper and then the Skull Ranger, like if you can get
Mm-hmm.
something like that, or Skull Trooper and Ghoul Trooper, like if you can pull a card like that, I have no idea what it's worth, but that would be pretty cool.
It's dope though, because these are from the same season too. So
Yep,
that's
that's
that's kind
true.
of that's kind of
That
dope.
is true. Like that would be a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. King, I haven't seen King's name. Is that the same King from the Facebook group? I haven't seen him in a minute.
yeah.
A
Nice
lot
little
of
lot right
Series
here.
3, some
Yeah,
reloaded
yeah.
here.
Nice, nice little combo right here.
Heck yeah, and some lasers for you.
Yep.
Dude, I'm so
Like,
so we are supposed to be receiving a whole bunch a case
yeah.
reloaded to give away. Hasn't come yet, so I can't wait for that to arrive so that we can start doing some kind of fun stuff with that. Now Rob picking up some the crystal shards just hit different as
Love the
always.
love the duo set right here. That is super dope.
How many duo sets do we have in series 1? Like series 1 was a set of duo sets.
It was.
Like that had to be intentional.
Yeah, it has to be close to it has to be upwards. It has to be close to 20 to be honest. I'm thinking of it. It definitely has to be close to 20. Maybe.
So score trooper, score ranger,
Mm-hmm.
right? You've got
Yep.
mission specialist, and the other one, you got the dinosaurs, Rex and Triceratops. You got this one
Yeah.
here. I won't go through all of them, but you got Raven and the other one that we just saw, um,
Ravage.
Ravage. I won't go through all of them. There's a lot of duo sets in this one. Spider
Mary
Knight and Arachne.
Mary Marauder, Ginger Gunner, triple threat,
That
jump
must have
shot.
been intentional. I
Yeah, it's
kind of
pretty
like
dope.
that, but we haven't really looked too much into that.
No.
Oh, look at that. Now people be
Oh,
faking.
Dynamo.
People be faking on Dynamo.
Yeah.
That's a fire
Yeah.
card, North Bay for sure.
I love that color in Dynamo. The background that's a
I mean,
dope
the
color,
color
bro.
across Series One was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it hits different.
And now any pink, like I'm telling you guys, a pink gold trooper on this pink shard is going to be dope if they can do that.
I'm not gonna
Please.
lie. I actually would want her in that the light blue, that blue that's in her outfit. I would want that. That's in her hair. And then you got the
Mm,
pink goo trooper. That pop off would be crazy. That joint would be clean, bro. That
dude,
would
I
be
can't
clean.
wait. Like I'm literally like when they release the list, like when we find out
Yeah.
what the list of the cards are,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I'm gonna get hyped. That's when I'll be hyped. Oh my
Woo.
goodness. What do we got going on here? At 10. Wait, have we seen the 23rd? Jeez, man. Nathan, didn't you just
Nature.
have an Italy thing come back?
I think he
PSA
did, right?
last week?
Dang.
So bright bomb. Oh,
Man, the one that's sticking out to me, I ain't even gonna hold you because I haven't seen one in so long. Maybe once is that Bunny Brawler PSA
I
10.
don't have my gold trooper in my hands
Oh
right now,
man.
so I can't look at it and like it's killing me. This 10 looks perfect. Mine's
Yeah,
not gonna
that
be
is
anywhere near 10, but congrats on that. That's the beauty.
wow. Wild card in there, bullseye. That Bunny Brawler is the one right there though.
Ooh, a Valkyrie too.
Yeah, that
Yo, I
joint is
need that
crazy.
card. I need that card. Wild card 10. Yo, Natron, your collection is looking dope, man.
Yeah, bro.
And
That is
Bullseye? Where are you getting these cards from? You printing them yourself? How are you getting 10s on everything, man?
man.
Carbide.
Carbide,
It
that's a
just
hit
keeps
right
going.
there.
Flapjacky. DJ Yonder. Your
Yeah.
favorite.
Man, bro. I haven't seen a Bunny Brawler 10 in so long, bro. For real. Like I really haven't.
Yeah, that's a crazy collection, Natron. If you're watching, man, congrats, man. I have not looked at it. That's a fire for me. I need to add even more emojis. How do you add reaction here? Oh, I did to Matthew Fair. But yeah, for sure. Rice has some more cards here.
Nice pickup right here. Whistle Warrior.
A 9. I still think it's crazy how this is another one. The male version doesn't have the whistle. Like he was
Mm-hmm.
in series 1.
Yep.
We're gonna have to figure out how many duos there are.
Yeah,
Inky.
and like Black Ash said too, some of them cross over to S2 too, which is crazy.
Yeah, but them all being in series 1 is kind of insane.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the dual set right there.
Yo, look at that. Is that an Italian? Nice, love it.
That joint hits, right?
I mean,
Within it.
I think I have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have one in a tag. I do. I have a 9 in a tag. Nature got a Peely Italy too. I used to have one of these. I
I
kind of
pulled
feel like
one.
I wish I kept it now. I had a 9.5, I think.
Yeah.
Italy Shard Peely. I kind of wish I
And
kept it now.
and shout out to Natron for properly angling it so we could see the overlay on Italy as well. Like that
Yeah,
looks
that's true.
beautiful.
That's true.
Yo, Lane, I agree with that. S2 Italy S2s hit amazingly. They overlay beautifully. Like they really do. They're underrated in my eyes aesthetically. Not talking price or anything like that, just aesthetically.
And I it was it series 2 that had 3 cracked ice per box? Or is that
Yes.
series 3?
Series 2. Yep, series
Okay.
2.
Just so you guys know.
Which I can't
And
even wrap my mind around how that plays out,
yeah, I don't
number
know.
yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
It just kind of proves that the USA has like shorter print run, I feel like,
Yeah.
across the board. Now, here's another crazy duo.
That's a major duo, OG duo right there.
Yeah, I loved it. I would love to have this set and keep it. Try to keep it, Dylan. Try to keep it. Innkeeper cards. It's got some. We got Dire. Let's get there. Raven and Red Knight. Are these base cards? You picking up base cards too? I'm
Abstract,
not
that's the one I
mad.
can remember.
I'm not mad at picking
Not
up
at
base
all.
cards.
Not at all. Especially now.
Man, oh, they're going for some. So we can see which ones you guys like here. Y'all like Raz?
Bro, them CGC slabs look clean like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like the label is too tall, but
Hmm.
like they actually don't look
Yeah.
that bad.
It is a pretty thick
It's
label,
it's
but they look nice.
it looks very professional, but it is a very tall label because they had
Yeah.
like that barcode. They should is there a barcode on there? Maybe not. I don't know what's at the bottom of it, but it's just so tall. But besides that, they're looking pretty clean. Yo, how many of these do you got?
Love it.
Oh, you're
Recruit
picking these
Jonesy.
joints up. You must have won some auctions on these or something, or you sent them all in. Maybe you sent all the ones you had in.
Those are gonna be in some conversations 10, 15 years from
So
now as
like, we were
well.
talking about these. If you guys know what these are the Koro Koro stickers
Hmm.
from Japan. And the most expensive Pokemon card came from the Koro Koro magazine. One of the most. I think it's the most expensive Pokemon card ever. Now, with that said, that Pokemon card is extremely rare. Um, versus these were printed a lot and there's still a lot out there. So
Yeah.
don't expect
I,
like millions of dollars for them. But
I was
they're
wondering that
very
too,
cool.
JT. I was
Yeah,
wondering
especially
that
this
too.
4
Yeah.
look pretty good condition, right? I don't know why it's so
Yeah, it looks pretty clean to me. I mean, there'll have to be something drastic on the back, right? Or maybe surface.
maybe surface, I guess, but they're stickers. I don't know. Some more Fire Series 2
Nice
cards.
little lineup right there.
Y'all got your Peely gang in the background.
That focus laser.
Matthew Fair got some more cards. This one is like I remember when this skin came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of it's like it was like one of those packs, and those packs get like
Yeah.
popular for a little bit for a few weeks.
See, Diamond Diva hit different because her pants is like the shards. So it
Yeah, that's
just
true.
blends in perfectly. Yeah, so I really like that skin in S3.
Ooh, a Dark Bomber Hollow Foil. These are gonna be so rare, and who knows what
Mm.
prices are gonna do on these.
Yep.
Just the 10 and the hollows are just gonna be so hard. Tomato Head, we talked about him a lot.
Oh, love it.
I've never liked this freaking skin, but I think people
Red line, you
like
don't like red?
Redline.
Oh, the red line
It's just
hit
like
different. She got the tattoos, then the racer helmet. Yeah,
I've
that's
never
that's
liked it
fire.
as good. It's just, but I don't know. I've never been into like the motorcycle helmets and that kind of thing. It's just like,
That's crazy. Too risky for you?
yeah, too risky for me.
Yeah.
I play it safe, Mr. Love, Heartbreaker. Now we never talk about Tinsel Toes.
Tinsel Toes is a dope one.
That was one of those Christmas OG ones.
Hmm.
Be honest. I mean, it's not like knockoffs,
It
but
ain't like the top tier. It ain't the top
it,
tier
it ain't the top tier.
Christmas ones, but yeah, Dominator,
Dominator. Smoked out turtle. Let's see what are these base or hollow?
hollow. Well, at least some of them are that I can tell.
You can tell. They
Fish stick,
almost
fish
look
stick
all.
looks like fish stick looks like a hollow to me.
Okay, fish sticks does look like a hollow. If they're
The
all
the
hollows,
rest of
that's
them,
crazy.
the rest of them I can't tell.
Yeah, and I guess why would you buy a base fish sticks, right? So maybe they
Yeah,
are hollows. That makes sense. And then
yeah,
there's
you can tell
more.
these that Omega
Maybe these are the base and these are the hollows.
possibly.
Because like I think base is a really interesting play, like I said before, for epics and
Hmm.
legendary for series 1. Dang, y'all picked up some more. Ooh, we got some
Yep,
Reloaded in there. The Black
definitely.
Knight Reloaded is dope.
It is, bro. Oh man, that conversation got my head spinning, bro. Yeah, oh my goodness.
You over there planning and coming up with some
Tigers.
strategies. Tigress, can't really see these that often. Someone's hoarding them. Who knows who?
Yeah, who could that be?
Another series one
Omen?
Shard. Enforcer. Oh, is this Omen?
Yeah.
I was thinking Enforcer for some reason, but yeah, it was Omen. Ooh, another.
Mm. Rip away.
Rip away. Good luck with that. Ooh, Warfighter got one of these. Let's go. A game
That is
for
not
this is
easy.
from 2014, guys. 2014, the first Fortnite. I think one of the first Fortnite things that you've seen.
Mm.
Um, and you want to get the one without the mailing label on it. And it looks like Warfighter found another one.
JT, you did send
Congrats.
yours in, right? I think JT sent his in already, right? I can't wait to see how that looks slabbed if he did.
So Warfighter has now he has the is it Australian one
Yeah,
and
it
the
was
US
something I
one?
was, yeah, something like that.
Yo, I have to say your Australian one looks in way better condition,
It
Warfighter,
does.
man.
That joint looks clean.
That joint does look clean,
It's,
way more clean compared to this one. I gotta go
it's
look at
not a,
mine.
it's not a lot of spine ticks on the other
Yeah,
one.
that one's gonna be that one looks in good condition. This one
Wow.
could use some work. It's such a dope magazine to have.
Yeah, bro.
Matthew Fair got another Series 2 shard. And shout out to Get Hypes Kid and the
Proto gang.
prototype card. Let's
Proto
go.
gang. The first
And if you
the
guys are
first of
exclusive
many.
members, we still have a few left. So if you want to be an exclusive member, you can get one. We only printed 50 of them.
Yeah.
So once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not gonna be reprinting like the Panini Italy.
Let, let the
But
printing
this is
machine
another
run.
Snorkel Ops. I always feel like Snorkel Ops is kind of
Underrated.
like underrated.
She had a major moment OG seasons for
Her
sure.
and Suntide
Sunstrider.
Sunstrider.
Yeah.
I
First of all,
mean,
her
this
new
can be pretty
skin,
sweaty.
bro. Sunstrider's new style is super fire with the scuba suit. Yeah, that drink that came out last summer. I think that drink is fire.
JL and his sealed Fortnite game with the
Yeah,
sticker. I think this is major. This is pretty cool.
yeah,
Of all, like, if you want to consider it fringe, I think this is a crazy way to go.
yeah.
All right,
That's super dope.
Inky brought some more, just like on
Some
fire this week. I can't tell what your grade is,
look like maybe
and
a
this is
9.
another one that has a duo.
It is. Actually, I don't know the
That's Griller Sergeant right there, right? And then
yeah,
the
and then
other one.
it's I
I
don't
always
really
remember
know.
Griller Sergeant. Oh, now the med kit, I feel different now. Like weird.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about with Fortnite. So like for a year, we were shitting on the med kits. Like, why did they choose the med kit shard? Like it's the worst one. And then Epic Games is like, hold my beer. And they changed the way you use med kits in game. And now everybody will carry med kits. Like it's worth
Well,
carrying in game now.
in my ideal world, like we talked about before I thought weapons weren't going to be hard to obtain, I wanted to get a full loadout. So I wanted the pump, I wanted the AR, I wanted the clinger and the med kit. That was the ideal world. And then we realized it's not very easy to get these weapon cards.
Nope.
So yeah.
That's for sure. Get some superheroes ones here. Ooh, a hollow
JT.
drift. I remember selling mine. And I remember at the time, I was holding it for a while. I was like, let me sell this. People jumped at it to get the
Yeah.
hollow.
I I sold my cleanest drift hollow in Skull Trooper hollow to Black Ash. I think that was one of the first deals we did. That I
You get targeted by Black Ash too. Yeah, I know how you feel. It hurts, right?
that time I think I reached out to him though. Fair to be
And,
fair. To be
to be fair,
fair.
I always reach out to him too, but it still
Yeah.
hurts because he's like, yeah, sure, you want to get rid of it.
I know he
I'll,
collected drift, so
he's right there ready to pick it up. Or a hollow. This joint is fire. I love my Aura collection. I have an SGC too. Shout out to SGC.
yeah.
Oh, this is the look at this. They've got the what do you call it? Is this one that I sold? it has an overshield on it. So shout out to
Hey, let's
JL
go.
putting his overshields on. Let's go. That's nice. Now this is signed by Karina, the artist,
Mm-hmm.
concept artist for Peely
And fish stick.
and Fish Sticks. So that's major JL. Got some Italy ones. I assume Italy. Oh, that's other news we didn't talk about. That on eBay there's a seller selling a master set of
Oh
Brazil,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're claiming that it's factory sealed. Now, whether that's true or not, it opens up the discussion: is the Brazil like selling master sets completely sealed?
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother topic that we're gonna have to talk about a whole nother time. But keep that in mind with Brazil. Richard, let's go back from PSA.
He that's a
Let's
beautiful sight right there, bro. And people just gonna be giving these joints up, man. My goodness.
Yeah, they can give them for those ones and ones. I'm telling you, this is a
That's
beautiful
good.
site, though. I can't wait.
Right.
I'm assuming this will be on Richard's channel when he says what he's
No,
got
he's gonna reveal them on next week on
next week.
THG. So that's
Oh, on
yes,
THG. Okay,
yes,
perfect. Oh yeah, he says it there. Next
yep.
Friday on THG. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you got, Richard. Congratulations, man.
You feel me, Kyrie, man? That's gonna be crazy, bro. They're gonna be just letting
Down
them
to
fly, man.
21 opties. All right, get
Yo, that's
hype.
crazy. That's no being down to 21 is nuts. That's crazy, bro.
Like that's another set that you guys want to be looking at as the Optichromes that people do not give it enough attention.
Bro.
The Optichromes hit different. All right, what do you like better, Optichrome Series 2 or Laser Series 3?
Optichrome season
Okay,
series two.
okay,
Easily.
run
Not
the
even
same boat.
close. Yeah.
But then, Documentor over here, Kari over here getting this PSA 10. You're
Yeah.
hitting these lasers, Kari.
That rise, bro.
You're hitting the lasers and the 10's pretty crazy here.
The gold zombie style.
You got two
Double up.
Guff? You doubled up
Bro.
two?
I'm telling you, Guff is the man. Come on. Cause to your point, you know how you was talking about how Pilly is easy to market because you the
Mm-hmm.
simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
Guff got the same exact thing, bro. He is
100%.
great. He's
I think
great.
I think Guff. I remember one time we were talking about man cake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could care less about man cake. I think Guff
Oh, Guff
is.
though, he's yeah,
I
he's
think
up
Guff
there,
could do. Wait till they partner with Squishmallows and do like a Fortnite line with Squishmallows.
100%.
I'm
Because
telling
it's
you,
going those are gonna be the ones that's in it for sure.
Guff has a Squishmallow.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last one with Dirty Dan. He has some prototypes. He has
Mm.
the loading screens from Series 1 prototypes.
That's the dope fringe part of the hobby for sure.
The prototypes for sure. And then we got Jules. Man, the Crystal Shard over anything else. Yeah,
No,
and
Jules Crystal Shard is crazy. Cracked ice is crazy.
the CGC slabs do look pretty nice looking out of
They look
here.
nice, bro.
Um, the actual slab looks very clear, just like tags.
Mm-hmm.
Um, both are very clear.
Yeah.
It's just that label. The label's alright. Label's alright. I think I wasn't as a fan as the Pristine. I feel like they could have done a better job with Pristine. But
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does Pristine great besides BGS.
Yeah.
BGS,
Yeah. You can't touch VGS pristine.
like just looking at design wise, the way
Mm-hmm.
they approached it, the black label, Pristine,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like all these other companies. They do a slight little different, but it doesn't have the same feel.
Yeah.
And so, like when you're looking at these, I think the people who collect these prototypes are really interested in what characters are actually on the cards. I
Yeah.
think there's some with Renegade Raider,
Mm-hmm.
so you could end
Then
up getting like the what were you calling it? It wasn't like their rookie card, but what do you call it in comics? Their it
for
wasn't a first.
cameo or first
It's
appearance
a
or something like
cameo.
that.
It wasn't first
Yeah.
appearance. It's like a cameo.
Yeah.
This is our first cameo card. All right. So if you guys are not into if you guys are not here yet, please join. There's like fringe collections that we talk about on here. You see lots of cool stuff. Buying, selling. We also have like an auction section. So the first auction we tested already. Um, we're doing verified buyers. So I'm like Dirty Dan, come here, say that you've done a deal with him, so that we can verify him and things like that. Um,
Yeah.
it's going pretty fast, so I'm excited for the Discord.
for sure. And I can't end it off without Warfighter to what you were saying, bro. Just give me another week, man. I'm good. I haven't been able to watch any football content, after our L. But I'll recover. We'll be back next year. Hopefully, we add some pieces that's much needed and be a little bit more healthy. Yo, but I rock with the Eagles too, so I ain't gonna get too hard on that one either. I rock with y'all, so yeah.
Yo, Kari saw us post his card up on eBay. He's like, no, 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 put it up there. I don't want to sell that yet. I changed my mind. He took that joint down.
Yo, that's funny.
Yeah, it's hard to sell any Fortnite cards right now. All right, guys, this was a great podcast. We're 15 minutes over. Sorry for keeping you guys for too long.
Richard, I almost banned you from saying that, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
don't start fighting over football now.
No, no, no. It's all love. It's the same division, but yeah, y'all got some time. Y'all ruled us for a long time, bro.
They ruled everybody for a long time. What are you talking about? Like
Yeah,
it was Patriots like everywhere for like
yeah.
years.
Thomas, that man Thomas, bro. Thomas, he's definitely the GOAT. That's undeniable. I hate saying it, but truth is the truth. It
All
sucks.
right, all right, guys. We're gonna hop off now. Thank you guys for showing up. We'll see you guys next Friday. And for the exclusive members, we'll try to get something out next week. But we are still working on the top 50 list. But we have some
Yeah.
more content coming. So we appreciate all you guys, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Let's go Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's funny. Yo, after party recap.